And welcome to episode number 208 of the Vex on Vex podcast. This is morning radio, episode number 40. 40 weeks, Dave.
Holy shit.
How are you?
Weeks. I am fantastic, sir.
I am happy to say the whole has returned.
The bitch is back.
Yay!
Yay!
You said it, not us.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Glad to have you.
Equipment malfunction this morning.
Many equipment malfunctions.
Just one big one.
It's okay.
It's not. I am quite upset.
I think it's YouTube trying to phase us out, man.
No, it's not on there because we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. Which, can you please check for us?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
The YouTubes.
So what's going on?
Nothing. How are you?
Very much flustered, actually.
I see that you're flustered, and you
I like it.
Put
It's
away
on
your
there, it looks
flusterness.
Looks good. How's it sound?
Super.
Turn it up.
I'm sorry. We just got to double check all this dumb shite.
Because now we don't know.
There we go.
Shite.
Sounds good. Yeah, I heard
Because
shit.
we went live once for like 15 minutes on YouTube, and I'm
There's
getting
no sound.
all these texts. They're like, "You're not on. You're not on. You're not
We
on."
can't hear you.
No Carl today. We miss him.
Oh, we're Carless.
I think Carl has a new job he got yesterday. So congratulations, Carl.
Good job, Carl. We'll
Which is
miss
nice.
you on the podcast.
We will. He's gonna be like an adult and
More
stuff
than you
now.
missed me on the podcast?
Not at all.
Wow.
I sense jealousy.
I do sense of.
You call it whatever the fuck you want.
Hardcore jealousy, or just pettiness.
We needed someone to read the comments.
Because it's hard to do while you're trying to do the show. I feel like it took a toll on me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't feel good about it in any way.
And he didn't have the bell, so that was the thing.
No, I was just trying to yell over two other people talking. I'm like, they don't even know what I'm doing. And then like it didn't dawn on me like you don't necessarily read all the comments. Like some come in like later, and like I didn't know how to do that, and so I was just spouting off shit that made no sense at the time. Like we're 10 minutes past the topic, and be like, me too.
Because sometimes they filter in a little late. And sometimes I can scroll up and sometimes I can't.
That's all good.
Yeah.
And they bitch and moan. They're like, I don't know where my comment was.
That's it.
Oh, Michael Gregory will not be attending today. He's out of the country.
Where's
Are
he
we
at?
sure?
Are we sure? Yeah, he puts up pictures and shit.
No, I mean I know he's out of the country. Were you sure he won't attend anyway?
I really think it's, I mean, you know, you got a naked lady next to you who you're married to in some other country. I feel like he should be focusing on something else. No, he's newlywed. The way you're saying it's incorrect. He's new at this.
I mean, you know.
I think it's like 2 years or something. I mean, most of my marriages don't last 2 years, so, you know, good for him, frankly. But I was talking to somebody last night. They were like, I was married for 15 years. I was like, how the fuck did you do that? One person? I got a lot of marriages in 15 years. What's wrong with you?
And yours doesn't total 15.
No, not at all.
Right.
I'm looking at like a 5 or 6 year run with all of them.
Maybe you're just not good at it.
Very good at it.
I don't think you are.
I like it. And I don't
It's
know.
just not your thing right now.
No, had the first one not passed away, I'd still be married to her, really. I loved her. She was the bestest. And the second one was cool, hated my guts, I get it. And the third one's the devil. What are you gonna do? You marry a bunch of people, you get the devil eventually.
I feel like you're moving downhill with this process. Like I don't think you're.
There's a downgrade going.
The middle one was good.
Yeah.
The middle one was good.
The last one sucks ass.
Dude, kind of permeated into my dream last night. You ever have one of those dreams? Here's the thing. All right, there's a whole thing. So here's... Sorry, Dave.
No, go for it. It's all good.
You ever... All right, it's you, but it's not your house. But you completely know everything is. So it's a different version of you, like in the multiverse or some shit. And in this fucking section, again, not my house or not this house, that devil person shows up. And we're like, maybe we'll work it out. And then I had to hide it from everybody. Like I couldn't tell Tiffany and I couldn't tell you. I was like, I don't know, this is kind of a bad idea. And I was having anxiety in my dream because I had committed to do this thing again. I was like, this is not good.
What did I do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Why was that? Oh.
Carl said hi.
Hello.
Carl.
Actually, Carl, for real, if you're available, pop over, I guess. Like, what the fuck?
I thought you were working.
Be here for the 9:30 hour if you're inclined. We'll get you a
We
microphone.
thought you had a job, but we'd rather have you on the show.
We would, definitely.
Because this is a job
That pays nothing.
that pays nothing.
That's okay. It's the best kind.
Did you guys see that Will Ferrell's son performed live and Will Ferrell came out doing the cowbell?
Yes.
Do you think the kid knew? Like he had to know, right?
I didn't know. Who's the kid in the band? Did you guys see the video? Like, which one was the kid?
I have no idea.
I don't
Me
know
either.
when I'm
The
doing
bass player was fantastic.
Solid, yeah.
The song was not so good. Not a fan. But that bass player could play. Like, they're
Yeah.
like a funk thing.
I know some good bass players too.
I know you do.
I'm hoping to see at least 2 of them tomorrow.
Dun 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 dun.
What's going on tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
Nothing. What about you?
Hanging out.
Hanging out
Yeah. Hanging out at the fucking Oddity Bar.
in Delaware.
Wow, we're in Delaware.
Derek. Oh, good morning, Derek.
He'll be there also.
You're on the Facebook.
Derek's on the
He
Facebook
said,
today.
"Sup guys, I'm watching on YouTube. Oh, but wanted to say hey because I missed the last couple eps since I was busy with work. Well, welcome the fuck back."
Yes. Glad to have you, Derek. Speaking of Derek will also be in attendance tomorrow evening in Delaware. At the Oddity Bar.
The Oddity. They're good people, though. I like the Oddity a lot.
Agreed.
Much nicer than other people who book Delaware.
Some other people that book shows in Delaware that, judging by the
Have-
pictures on Facebook, are not doing well.
Have you checked the new lineups happening over at the other place?
Yes.
A lot of people you've never heard of ever.
Yes.
Which I guess. Go ahead. We'll stop.
Angie said near me, not down the street.
Yeah, it's like 4 houses away from you.
Angie's so bad with space.
Right around the corner.
You know, Angie, where's the tacos? Damn it! I saw that picture yesterday and I got really excited. I love the taco. Angie's taco morning was amazing.
Well,
It was amazing until I tried to drive home. I was nauseous from the amount of tacos I ate.
I did, and then that night I had all of the rest of it for dinner. Like I finished everything that night.
I'm not even mad at you. I don't blame you one bit.
It was very nice.
There was many delicious tacos.
I'll
They
be
were
seeing
so
her
good.
and Frankie tomorrow at the beer fest.
Oh, so you got a whole thing happening.
You're gonna be having.
Oh, can I tell you something that I was told?
You're not making it to the show.
And because
Oh no, I have to because guess what? I'm driving with your drummer's driving it. Me and Kirby.
his drummer's not playing tomorrow. His other drummer's playing
Your
tomorrow.
drummer.
Oh, is that who's playing?
Yeah.
It's not my drummer till Wednesday. He's
Oh.
my drummer today.
Where are you playing Wednesday, Dave?
Halftime in Delaware.
In
with
Delaware.
The almighty Pistol Razor.
I do like Pistol Razor.
I do like Pistol Razor as well, but it's my band, so I should like it. I
Amen.
like both my bands, actually.
That's nice.
What did you want to tell me?
Did he tell you he's got to be there by 9?
He did.
Okay, that's some bullshit.
Well, he said between 8:30 and 9.
All right, again, some bullshit. I just want the record to
I have a
reflect.
text message from this man right here that specifically states that loading is at 7:30.
But Johnny Mac doesn't have to do a load in.
Right.
And he's in Starscream. So if he gets there by 10, I'm a happy guy.
But we're already going to be like in the.
I'm
area.
not saying that.
Yeah.
But if he's like, oh, I gotta be there by 9, no, he doesn't.
Well,
No, he
likes to
fucking
tell-
doesn't.
He likes to tell me that every now and then.
That's and Kirby told me that, and I was like, wait, what? No.
Maybe he just wants to be a supportive guy
Or-
and see all the bands.
Or he talked to Dave's drummer that I don't know about, and he has to supply all the hardware to Dave's drummer, which is a possibility.
That's not a thing. We went over that already.
So it's not happening. Then there's no reason for it to be at 9. I mean, to see the bands, of course, right?
Now
I
look,
think he wants to
I
be-
also cannot confirm or deny any conversations that happen between 2 drummers because you know.
And that's what I'm saying. I
that would
suspect.
probably go.
Story.
I have no clue.
I suspect that things are afoot.
I am not privy to any of these conversations, so
I don't know.
Well, the bottom line is we're going to the beer fest, and after the beer fest, we're going to meet up with John's cousin because we're in the area, and then we're coming to Oddity Bar. So I don't know what kind of shape I'm going to be in because we ride it.
I bet I have a guess.
You're fun when you're drunk. We love you drunk. Hey, don't give her a bell.
I'm bringing the bell.
My fucking bell, and it's bring whatever I want. Fuck
Angie
you.
Angie said sausage and tortellini soup today, pot roast next week. Derek said, Dave, I just wanted to say I think it's badass you're about to open up for Earshot. I love that.
Oh, good. We're gonna blow them off the fucking stage, Derek.
Is Derek attending? That's how much he loves it?
I'm
No.
gonna ask him.
I got a free ticket for you, Derek. If you want to go.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I just can't do a Wednesday. But
Well, what
again,
time
you
is your
guys-
set?
We are the opening act.
Oh
so
my
we're on early.
God, it's worse. It's like 9 o'clock.
Apparently, Earshot is traveling with 2 other bands, so we are the only local band.
Why are
on
you
the
even
bill.
on it?
I didn't book it. I don't know.
Is it like $20 to get in?
18.
Can I call it or can I call it?
You can call it.
It is what it is.
So wait, we have to burn an entire tank of gas and pay $18 a
Well, you
person.
do. Like Angie's like around the corner, so no, she doesn't.
And probably hit traffic, possibly.
Yeah, like I'm supposed. Man, I got sucked in. All right, how do I say this?
I pick and choose what shows I'm going to. I just can't do
We're
Wednesday.
well aware.
Yeah, well, I'm letting you know again.
Wednesday, I have to go to a little old lady's house and fix her back door. Now, I know it sounds very inappropriate when I say it that way, but for real,
No, I like it.
the hinges of her door are fucked up, and I have to fix them. And I'm not a door repairman.
Just gonna grease them up a little bit.
No, I think I'm resetting the hinges. But the point is, my friend, that's all I have going on Wednesday. Like nothing real, like no like climbing ladders or like a real job. So I don't have an excuse as to why I cannot attend the show, although it's so far away.
Right with Johnny Mac.
Johnny Mac doesn't live in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but it would be on the way.
Are you guys backlining again?
No.
Okay.
We're not.
Could be an option.
Could be an option. This is the time of the year
You
when
drive to my house and ride down the rest of the way with me.
you smoke in your vehicle, I'll die.
I don't have to.
No, but it's in there. It's just I'll die.
Okay.
I'll die.
Fine.
And
Are you saying that my truck doesn't smell good because I smoke in there?
obviously, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's not even a maybe.
There's a pine tree air freshener and a bottle of Febreze in the door.
I know that you don't understand the level of my sensitivity with my smelling. It's really bad.
Some lame shit, dude.
It's some.
You
I mean, I
should tell your nose to fuck off.
or I could just drive one of my vehicles
Or you could.
and then complain about the gas, which I'm fine with.
There you
Tell your
go.
nose to fuck
See, Johnny
off.
Mac doesn't care where he drives. If he's playing, he don't give a flying fuck.
I know, because we have to drive like fucking far for the next show.
What's the next
is
show?
that
We booked some show with Meat Plow because somebody backed out like last minute. It's the 28th.
right?
Where?
I forget. A brewery somewhere?
It's like down around Smyrna,
You said Smyrna?
like Smyrna, Delaware.
Oh, it's Smyrna. Smyrna's far as
Yeah, it's like 2 hours
fuck.
away.
Holy shit.
It's 2 hours from you. It's like an hour
From us,
from me.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know exactly where it is.
Because that band canceled, and then I think, and Johnny Mac.
You think I know what you said? You could just.
I'll text you.
Really? You can't say it out loud?
Do you want me to tell you the band that canceled?
Yeah, I don't care.
Sky King canceled.
Why is that a bad thing?
No, I don't know. I just.
No, they could have chopped their finger with an axe. You don't know their life.
It's the Mispillion Brewery.
I like Sky King a lot, actually. They're good
Yeah.
guys.
The guy was really cool when he was here.
Yeah, the guy.
But yeah, Johnny Mac's like, yeah, Tiffany, do you know where this place is at? I'm like, dude, that's like 2 hours away. He's like, oh, fuck.
After he agreed to do it and called
Right,
everybody
exactly.
about it.
No, when we book a show, King Sam's like, where is it? Like in that Clint Eastwood voice.
Get off my lawn.
Pretty much. And I'm like, oh, it's here. And he's like, that says an hour and a half from my house.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I don't know if I want to do that. Says it's in Milford, Delaware.
Milford, that was it, yeah. That's
Milford.
Milford Brimley.
Have you guys heard of the film on Friday the 13th called Blood and Honey?
Yeah, we
I have
saw it.
now.
We
I
got
have
next
now.
one.
Wait, you saw the film?
Yeah, we downloaded it at home and watched it.
Why?
Because I wanted to
Was
see
it awesome?
You know what? It wasn't.
It wasn't bad, she
It was
said.
very hokey, but like it was definitely gory.
So
Would you
is
rather watch Blood and Honey or The Room?
Blood and honey.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's so hurtful.
You're gonna demean a piece of cinematic
Room.
history like that?
Cinematic history.
Room.
Don't fuck The Room. The Room's amazing.
It's pretty awful, but yeah.
Angie said, "I'm a reformed smoker. It truly disgusts me. I'm so sorry for non-smokers. Oh, and Smyrna's 45 minutes away, not down the street. LOL."
How do you say that word?
Smyrna.
You added an A earlier.
There's a bunch of syllables
you
you're
definitely
sticking
said
it.
Smyrna.
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 We're not doing
You're
it.
adding
We
an
did
A.
it. It already
No, we're
happened.
not doing it with pronunciations because you got me at the 200th episode asking me some weird.
You were
fucking-
hammered drunk. It's not your
Was I
fault.
slurring my words?
Yes.
Because I know I was.
There's footage.
Now, granted, you didn't drink 15 shots of Fireball,
No.
but hey, somebody did.
Did you see that story where it's not really Fireball?
Yeah, I knew all about that. That's
What, if you're like, I know all about that. I don't even care. So
I
tell
don't
tell
care.
tell the audience.
So there are two versions of Fireball. One that they sell in Pennsylvania. Obviously, if you're around here, you know that you can't buy liquor in a beer distributor. They're two separate entities. They're two separate stores. In a beer distributor, you can buy what they call Fireball, but it's just a cinnamon flavored malt beverage, and the APV is about half of what the actual Fireball whiskey is.
What's APV stand for?
Alcohol per volume, something like that.
I thought malts fuck you up though.
Not in. I mean, yes.
I think of Ice Cube and St. Ides.
But
Or
not
Old
in
English.
not in the way that like whiskey does.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whiskey will fuck you up if you don't know what you're doing.
Bourbon will do the same too, won't it?
I mean, won't it all? It's alcohol. Like, that's the gig.
I mean, bourbon's whiskey, so
Oh, it is. See, I don't fuck with brown liquor.
you should. It's awesome.
No.
Fucking
no.
racist.
I'd be in full blown fight mode. I'd be like a bull in a china shop in here.
I enjoyed my question on Mike Collins' interview on the Metal Summit the other night. When I was like, how much Jameson can you drink? Because I know he hates Jameson, and every time I see him out, I order him a shot of Jameson just to be a dick.
And make him drink it.
Yeah.
To turn it down.
Uh-huh.
Well, I noticed that Gary said he now likes bourbon.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
Well, Mel's been bringing small amounts of bourbon to practice with him and referring to it as Old Kentucky Riff Juice, which is the best name for whiskey I've ever heard.
That's a band name. We're the Old Kentucky Riff Band.
I'm cool with that. I'd be in that band. I would front that band. I totally would.
You would front any band that'll let you. You're a whore. You're in
I
every band in
really-
Philadelphia.
Really kind of.
I got my bass player's like, I think Dave's coming out, dude. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah.
Dave's probably gonna stop by. And do some things. Not today, but at some point I'll get up there and hang out.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm just glad your wife's gonna show up tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
You know the band name I can't pronounce correctly that you get mad about all the time?
Which one?
Oh, I can't say it.
Royale?
Well, you've just ruined the story. Never mind. Go back to what I was.
Cheese?
Can't talk about it now.
Why?
Because you fucking outed it. I had a whole thing to tell you.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can tell me.
I can't.
Okay.
I said, remember the band whose name I can't say right? You should have said, yeah. And I'd be like, I heard some dramas.
Oh. There's always dramas.
Blood and Honey. A fourth grade teacher shows the students Winnie the Pooh horror film during class.
So I got some questions. What was this teacher doing that she didn't realize it was a horror film, like out the gate?
I remember when they would put a movie on
Yeah.
back in the day, the teacher would leave the room. Now, the title Blood and Honey gives me an idea that maybe it's not the regular Winnie the Pooh film.
I mean, at least it wasn't a porno.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Yes, I can. I spent a lot of time on the internet.
So, Tiff, you saw the film.
Yes.
What'd you think?
I like
Hokey.
Can you give us a rundown at least of the plot?
Well, like the plot was pretty much Christopher Robin and his girlfriend visited back where he grew
First
up.
off, Christopher Robin's gay as fuck, and we all know it, dude. That's out the gate, not feasible.
So, was it the boyfriend? Was it a trans?
No, he was like regular.
Is Christopher
He was
Robin
regular!
not unleaded?
Not unleaded.
And not Diesel.
Nah.
So, but it was like, it kind of went back to like his childhood growing up, and now like Pooh has lost his shit and is mad that he left and like grew up. And I'm telling you, it was pretty gory. So I could see, you know, the kids are probably a little traumatized by it. But we watched
You
it.
mean
I
like the
thought
Rick
it
and
was
Morty
pretty-
episode where his daughter goes back to Fruity Land?
That's so good.
Such a good episode.
We're going to spin off then. We're going to ruin this whole topic.
Of course you are.
Sunday, Rick and Morty premieres.
Yes.
Did you see the trailer with the new voices?
I did not.
All right. I have a couple of theories. Well, one theory. The voices aren't right.
At all? Like, not close?
A little close. Obviously not correct.
Yeah.
I think they're trolling us. I think it's a trailer where they manipulated the voices on purpose to not sound like them. Because I say this with TikTok, there are a myriad of men and women probably who can do these voices perfectly.
Oh, without a doubt. You can
So
find somebody.
they would have the budgetary availability
Yeah.
to find whoever the fuck they needed.
The wherewithal.
The
if you
wherewithal.
will.
Now they won't. No one's name is being shown yet of who's going to voice the characters. Not going to show it until after the show
Okay.
airs and all that shit. I think they're trolling us because it doesn't sound like Rick and it's kind of like a shitty Morty.
Do you think it's famous people
Oh no.
that just are fans of the show and they were like, yo, you want to do this?
Well, who knows? Who knows?
That would be
But I
awesome.
hope that when it premieres Sunday evening at 11 p.m., that it is voice accurate. But I don't know. We're going to see.
The assassin Kirby said, "Good morning, all."
What's up, Kirby?
Hello.
Is Kirby coming out tomorrow?
She's working the fucking door. Who else works the door when we go to Oddity?
Fair.
She's got to work the door?
Oh, she knows she's working it, and so do you, by the way. You've been advised.
I'm not working the door.
You're
I
working
need
the
to
door.
mingle. I socialize.
Yeah, you guys have the social corner by the door. You're gonna lie to yourself? You're gonna leave Kirby sitting there alone with a knife and money? You know you're gonna do that.
She's definitely gonna have a knife.
And money.
I don't know how much money she's gonna have.
Fucking Kirby. The
Let's
Chinese...
see what kind of shape we're in when we get there.
Number
Man.
one, you'll have no recollection. I'll have you on stage singing. You don't know.
Listen, I gotta go see my dad on Sunday and help him with his new smartphone he bought.
What'd he buy?
There's
I
that.
think you do.
He just got like a Samsung Galaxy. What'd you say?
I don't think you do. I think those plans are in limbo at
I feel
best.
like you could...
I can't because I've been planning it for a week.
You could call out of work Monday and go then.
No,
That's
he said
better idea.
it's gotta be
It's
Sunday.
not the end of the month.
It doesn't matter. He needs that.
Sunday.
Because we went out to buy it, and then he made me take it home to get it all set up. And then he tells me during the week, oh, I called my cell phone and it was off. I'm like, that's because I have it and we're not wasting the battery. So that's what I'm going to be working with on Sunday.
He's like 150 years old.
98.
Yeah.
But now he wants a smartphone after all these fucking years.
Of the flip phone now.
He's never had a smartphone before?
We call him Buzz.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's that.
He gets hammered, drives around all the time.
He does.
I want weekly updates about the phone calls you get about Buzz and the cell phone. Because I feel like this is just going to be a treasure trove of comic fucking
He
gold.
called yesterday. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Working from home." He's like, "I have a question."
How do you work from home?
Yeah. He's like,
I don't understand what that means.
I ran a business for 40 fucking years.
I'm putting a new roof on or something or take a day off. What's working from home?
He's like, "I need you to look up the GE Elite something refrigerator." I'm like, "Okay, why?" He's like, "Because the back of mine's leaking. I pulled out the refrigerator and there's a little bit of water behind it. So I think he's going to buy the $3,400 refrigerator." So then
Which he also at this point will not be able to figure out.
So he's like, "I called."
I don't know how to use my fridge.
He goes, "I tried calling the refrigerator." He goes, "Refrigerator guy." He goes, "I tried typing in their name on the computer," because he does have a computer.
My grandma was 94 and she couldn't figure out the cordless phone.
Well, this is even worse because he gets on the internet and he's like, "But it asked me for an email and I tried making one up." I'm like, "Google will never ask you."
You tried to make one up.
I said, "I got it. I got you an email."
Google will never ask you for an email.
Yeah. I was like, "Listen, when I come down on Sunday, I'll show you everything." And when I'm like, "Don't even try to text." I took that off of his phone.
He's
So
not
it
allowed
should
to
be
text.
interesting.
He has a smartphone and he's not allowed to
No.
text.
You're mean.
I think you should definitely let him text. I think you should put all our phone numbers
No,
into
it
that
should
phone
be a feed on the program.
and encourage him to text.
He won't. He won't do it.
Why?
Because first of all, he's got really bad eyesight, but he has readers, and it's just not going to go well. Like, fuck you guys.
Is it just
My
me or does
life's
the
gonna
story
be
keep
shit.
getting better?
No, it's bad. So then he was pretty much like, when
He
you
gets
come-
drunk and goes places?
Yes.
He gets.
Yes, he
like,
does.
Yes, he'll drink his Heineken or Stella or Artois or whatever, and he'll drive to the Legion. And I'm like, like.
Can I come over and get fucked up with your dad? Because I want to do that.
Johnny Mac already said, he's like, "Tiffany, there's no way I could hang." My kid said, "Mom, when Grandma and Grandpa come up to visit, can he stay to show us how to drink? And Grandma can cook." My dad's like, "All right, I'll stay up here." Dude was like late 80s then, because Eric graduated in 2018, I believe. So he's like, I've never seen the man with a hangover in like 50 fucking years. Ever.
This fucking guy.
But then
I'm coming to drink with
I
your
gotta
dad.
tell you though, I've never had a hangover either.
Well, of course you haven't. You never will, and we don't want you to.
Oh,
'Cause
50
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, sir.
50-year-old's coming. 50-year-old Vex is coming.
You're not doing that, 'cause
and
I will not even be your
I'm
friend
taking
anymore.
up drinking.
I'm not going to be your friend anymore.
It's gonna be
Fuck
awesome.
that.
It will
Woo!
not be awesome.
It's awesome.
It will not be
50
awesome.
People boycott the show.
My
You-
liver's like brand fucking new, bro.
You will be a fucking
He'll be
disaster.
obnoxious. He'll definitely be obnoxious.
You
and he
will
might
literally
shitty
be
drunk.
you will be a petulant child and will piss everybody off.
You know, I might piss everywhere too.
I hope you do. I hope you just all whims just go out the window. I hope you start throwing shit and making a mess of the house. fingerprinting the glass on the front door, and stuffing mud through the carpet. I fucking hope it happens. I want to be there for that.
Yeah, man.
Fucking
That's
amazing.
a program.
Listen, my ex-binging alcoholic nurse, he used to piss all over the place. One of our first dates.
Why is that so funny to me?
It's not. It was fucking disgusting, dude. I didn't realize he was a drunk until this first night, right? We decided to go hang out the fucking Red Roof Inn after I was kind of drinking. Because I'm like...
Did you say Red Roof Inn?
Yeah.
You're a tramp!
Hamilton.
You're a tramp!
You trollop.
Like a fucking...
Was that date one?
It was like a couple dates in, but we didn't...
You
fuck
said
that
night one? Yeah, you
Hey,
did.
baby, you
We
want to
did.
go to the Red Roof?
You just went...
You want to drink in a
No, but
motel
listen.
bar tonight?
I wondered why he stopped at the liquor store in Hamilton. I'm like, wow, I've never seen you drink. That's kind of weird. So, to my surprise, we get back to the room and he's like doing shots of Absolute out the fucking ass. And then I'm like, well, this is kind of a problem. And then he was kind of getting nasty.
This is kind of a problem.
So he decides like he's gonna go sleep it off a little bit. So then it's like 2-3 in the morning. I'm like ready to go, but we were in his car. I go to lay in the bed. All of a sudden, I feel my fucking leg is soaked. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He was pissing all over the place. That was his thing. He's ruined so many mattresses. Well, it does. He is.
Where is Michael
No,
Gregory?
do you know what I find amazing about this? You weren't out. You were like, okay, I got this. You stayed for years
Right,
after
and That's
that.
the thing. I wanted to go home so bad, and then I dumped some of his alcohol out and tried replacing it with water, but he already knew it. So he's like, "You need to get the fuck out." I'm like, "Dude, I ain't got no way to get to my car.
I ain't got
his
no.
parents' house." He goes, "Take my car." I'm like, "Okay."
Cool, bye.
Took
Bet.
his car, went to his house, told his mom, "You gotta go pick your fucking drunk son up." Got in my car and came home, but still stayed like 5 years later. But he would like piss everywhere. He ruined mattresses all over the fucking tri-state area.
The tri-state
He put his
area.
head through the bathroom wall. It was like a fucking bowling ball because he fell forward. It was like a train wreck.
That is so good.
But I still stayed.
Good work. That's impressive.
Yeah. I thought I was trying to do the Lord's work. That's why.
What?
Trying to help him.
I feel like if Johnny Mac burped in his bedroom, you'd fucking divorce him tomorrow.
No.
Like, I feel like you're that crazy now. Like, so for you to be like, I
I have
stayed.
a lot of tolerance now. Kind of.
What, for alcohol?
No, for craziness.
See what I did there?
I
I made
did.
it about booze again. Because I like to drink.
But my dad has a tendency to get like kind of shitty at times when he drinks, and if you hear him say, "Can I tell you something?" You
Yes.
already know
100% yes.
it's going to go to shit, and you just kind of sit there.
No,
and
I want to
take
get
it.
hammered and talk shit right back out of it. I want to literally be on the verge of a fist fight with a 98-year-old man. I want that to go down in my bucket list of things that I took care of in my life. Like,
Like he likes Sambuca shots.
I'll drink Sambuca with him.
He likes drinking old fashions,
Oh, they're tasty.
or VO Manhattans is the other thing.
I won't drink VO.
Yeah.
Canadian whiskey's fucking gross.
And then just his like regular like beer choice. But he gets to the I'm like, you know, if you leave the Legion hammered, he's like, I'm only right down the street. I'm like, but years and years ago, a cop brought him home and said to my mom, "Hey, does he belong to you?" And my mom's like, "Sure does." And he's like, "We were going to take him in, but he reminded me of my grandfather." My mom's like, "Get your fucking ass in there." And then I didn't see him for like 2 weeks.
Oops.
Security brought him up to their room in AC because he was drunk on the fucking gambling floor.
That's happened to me before
Yeah.
also.
And then I think he like got into the bathtub or some shit and like
Yes.
passed out. My mom left him.
We might be the same person.
You might be.
I need to
Maybe
go
you're like,
drinking.
yeah.
Let me
mirror
tell you
yourself.
something.
The minute he says that, I'm like, oh God, here we go. Just here we go.
Can you bring him to the show tomorrow?
Oh my God, no.
Why?
No.
Please?
When you guys would play at the Bar 13, a couple times I was like, well, if they played earlier, I think my dad might go. And he would just like sit at the bar. Vex, what are you doing?
Why?
I want to know what you're doing because you're texting. I'm
The
like,
Plaza 1014 is leaking. I'm advising her it hasn't rained
Okay,
since
she leaves at
Saturday.
10:30.
I don't think she can.
That sounds like a plumbing issue.
No, it's not. So here's,
Yeah, I
but
thought-
yo, fuck it, you fucked up. Now I want to talk.
Well, go ahead. I'm
So-
listening.
When you stand on a roof and you fix it, you push shit into the roof, right? So I fixed it on Tuesday. Wednesday, they're like, it started leaking. Yeah, motherfucker, because I was up there moving water around and standing on the goddamn thing, which I have to explain to them. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing?
We're trying to run a show here.
I was letting you have a great fucking broadcast.
I agree. You were doing well.
I don't know why I had to ruin my situation. Embarrass me on
Because
TV.
you don't like people texting and being on your phone on the podcast.
How is that ever? I've never said that to you in your life. When has that ever
You
happened?
said it to Dave before.
I
I have an excuse because I'm the fucking producer.
So what are you
I can be
talking?
on 10
You
phones.
are paranoid today. Need a hug?
I'm not paranoid. I'm just riled
Like,
up a little bit.
You are all worked
and you
up
ruined a
today.
great story, by the way.
Kirby's like, tell him. I did, Kirby.
Slay Queen. Get
Yes,
some.
Queen.
Yes.
Hey Kirby, here, there you go. There.
Fuck yourself.
You like when I pick up the lunch bill, right? How do you think I pay for that shit? God damn it.
The fuck
No,
is
I'm
going on
s-
today? Jesus.
The assassin also said he always yelled at someone for being on the phone. Thank you, Samantha.
Again! How do you think I pay for all this shit?
It's for 2 hours.
Fantastic customer service.
She said, haha, love you.
Yeah, no. Click. Nice car. Roofing money.
There's a lot of hostility in the air today.
It's because I'm back. I took a one day sabbatical.
No, because you were making me feel badly during the program. Like, what are you doing?
You shouldn't.
You were telling a phenomenal... You ruined a great story
I don't give a fuck.
to
No,
point
I'm
out that I
making
was
a good
texting a
story.
customer back feverishly. I still didn't send the fucking thing. God
Look,
damn it.
she can wait till 10:30.
No. That's not how that works.
So anyway, when am I drinking with your dad?
Listen, I don't even like to drink with my dad.
Why? You're not me. I'm a
Well-
good time.
Well, we know. Did you see that? Well, no, I don't want you looking at your phone, but I sent a text message and I said who wore it best, and you'll get it when you see it. You'll understand.
I did, most likely.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I think you kind of did too.
I kill it wherever I go.
But no, like I've never seen him hungover. Like if he should be really like hammered into the next day where it's coming through his pores, he likes a good Bloody Mary.
What does the Bloody Mary do to set that off except hair of the dog? Like, how does it fix it?
I guess like the tomato juice settles his stomach or whatever. But like this is a man that drinks a cup of black coffee in the morning with maybe he might make a breakfast, no lunch. He walks his 4 miles a day and dinner.
Jesus Christ, a day?
Oh yeah, like when it was cold out and shit, he was walking. He has a walking stick because he said if he has to beat off a dog, he's not getting mauled.
He's gonna
I
beat off the
swear to
dog.
God, my Uncle Tony said the same shit and had a stick for the same
The
fucking
walking
reason.
stick, yeah, and
In
it-
case a stray dog run. Is that a thing? Was that happening back in the day that I don't know
Yeah, I
about?
think it happens now because my dad goes to the track at the high school, and he
I
said there's-
can tell you this as a dog owner, when you walk dogs regularly, there are a lot of really asshole, irresponsible people that do not leash their dogs. Their dogs are not in control.
For real?
yeah.
I thought leash laws were a thing.
My dad said at
and,
the
like,
school they run loose.
Their unleashed dog will run up to my leashed dog
And start a fight.
and I'll be like, yo, see this one? This dog isn't nice. Get your fucking dog away. Like, this dog will fuck your dog up.
Yeah, my dad said I'll beat it till it's death. He's like, I'm not getting mauled by it.
I will beat it until it's
And look,
death.
Look, usually the dog that comes running up 99 out of 100 times, they just want to play.
Yeah.
But I have at least one dog that's like not nice. Like
Not
He's-
really wanting to play.
he's really
Yeah.
not. He's a miserable, cantankerous fucker.
Those are colorful adjectives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have lots of them.
But yeah, so that's John
So I
Joseph
unpack
Daniels.
my
Dog-
adjective.
Dogs are adjectives.
Remember Schoolhouse Rock? It was the shit.
I don't. I never saw that shit.
So if there's never ever a function, I might bring Buzz Daniels to have a couple drinks.
I will get smashed with your dad.
But conjunction function, I remember.
Conjunction junction.
What's your
What's
function?
your
That's your-
function? That's a good one.
There you go.
Lolly, lolly,
How's a
lolly,
bill
get
become a
your
law?
adverbs here.
I'm just a bill.
Yeah.
The loneliest bill. I'm sitting here on
Capital Hill. That's a thing.
Angie said, I so feel this as a big mean pit bull owner, people suck. Angie's got good dogs.
She's got to separate them. It's like a
Yeah, but
thing.
you know, when we were all there for the last beer fest, those dogs were fantastic.
Did you have all of them at once? There's
I
like a
don't-
cycle.
Well, I think one was in its own room.
Yeah.
And maybe.
And then you get two that are.
Yeah. But they were nice dogs, though.
I have to separate one of my dogs when we feed them because one of them gets very food aggressive, and it's been an uphill battle dealing with that.
A lot of time in prison.
Yeah, he has to eat in another room. He's kind of a dick.
Yeah, I'm so glad that's not my life anymore. And it was my life for so long.
I love dogs.
Yeah, I do, but not
I
that.
have Chow Chow. Her name is Pudge.
My one dog is fat and angry and kind of mean and far more intelligent than all my other dogs. And we have an understanding. It's okay. He's a good dog.
I want the record to reflect that my Sean Connery photo has been returned to me. Even though it was
both of them were
stolen.
mine. That's why I took them.
Thieving woman.
It was my birthday.
Thieving.
The 200th episode.
Thieving woman. But there's Sean Connery, prominently featured on the YouTube.
Don't even go there.
Doing your best is for losers. Winners fuck the prom queen.
Good Step, was that the guy's name in that one?
Goodspeed.
Goodspeed.
So, were you privy to the whole text message conversation? Did I send it just to her? Or did I send it in the group text?
I don't remember getting this at all.
Because I sent the Sean Connery clip from The Rock, and I sent it to her, and she's like, and at the same time, I sent it to Johnny Mac, and the text I get back from her says, "Do not send this to Johnny Mac."
Is that what I said?
And I'm like, that can't be helped.
That's already happened.
Yeah.
It's like, don't pee in my chili. Already peeing.
Made you eat your parents.
These are tears? They're so delicious.
Scott Tetterman.
Red pubes.
Angie said, yes, Super Boy, whom everyone is afraid of, loves Vex. It's a reputation thing.
Dun 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 dun.
Hold on, I'm gonna find that because it was funny.
This will be the only time he can read from his cell phone.
Yeah. I'm looking for.
Is anybody watching the program?
There's 4 people
Probably
watching.
not.
All right, we'll take 4.
I mean, the comments are popping in. It's still early. It's 9 o'clock. John Mack should be popping in from the bathroom soon.
We have state-of-the-art cameras. I buy a brand new fucking mixing board. We hook everything up. No sound. None. No sound.
I don't get that though. You didn't have issues last week though?
No, it was beautiful.
Yeah. Probably because I wasn't here.
And I didn't even move the board. I was like, I'm going to keep it right fucking here. It's all groovy.
Yeah.
Groovy.
Jim Ross is watching the faders.
Oh my God, King! It's a thing. I love me some Jim Ross.
I like that Jim Ross is in the Facebook feed.
Jim Ross is in the Facebook feed. He's doing a fantastic job with it too.
What's your favorite Sean Connery film, Miss Tiffany?
I mean,
Are you 007 fan?
No, I like The Rock.
I like The Rock too. I like the last one. He's like, "You're the man now, dog." What?
Yeah, The Rock is my favorite though.
I don't know what the movie that's. Can you look that up for me? What's his last film with that black kid?
Is that how you want me to take it?
It's a thing. It's Busta Rhymes is in it. When he still was thin and had a waist. Poor Busta.
Oh, Busta.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Definitely not.
I actually really like that film now.
That's
a good
definitely
movie.
not
That's
it.
not it.
That is definitely
I
not
said,
it.
well, Sean Connery's last movie.
All right, what's the one before the last movie then? Because that's definitely not it. With the black kid, you gotta write with the black kid.
Yeah.
It'll pop right up. You're the man now, dog. He plays an author with agoraphobia.
Finding Forrester.
Such a good film. Such a good film.
We should watch it on the program.
No.
Did you guys even get through The Room?
He
yet?
won't let me finish The Room.
Oh yeah, you can't watch that when I'm here
Why?
because I don't want to see it.
That's hurtful.
Well, it should happen.
I can't text customers, but you can't watch The
Let me
Room.
text the customer.
Yeah, it just okay. So I found the thread now.
Is it a messenger?
Yes. So this is what got sent.
Ready for this? I'll do my best. Your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Now, interesting postscript to that film. Do you know who his prom queen girlfriend was in that movie that he was gonna marry?
Not a clue.
Corey Feldman's first ex-wife.
What?
And she is the hottest girl ever. Ever. She was Donna's creepy mean cousin on 90210. I loved her so much. No idea what her fucking name is though.
Anyway, continuing on with the Sean Connery quote, the message I get back, immediately back, by the way, like within 30 seconds I get back, it just says, asshole, do not show this to Johnny Mac, shaking my damn head. I responded, it's out of my hands, because it's already been sent to Johnny Mac. And she said, he better not have received it, with the angry face emoji.
You are a weird lady.
And I just said, yeah.
You!
Why?
That shit's amazing. He does a great
For you
impression.
it is. You're right. But you're not married to him. And
I've known him way longer.
But once he gets on a roll with that bullshit, it's all the fucking time. It's all the time.
It's so good,
I
though.
out of the room. Like, listen, no. We're good here.
After she said, he better not have received it, I just said, yeah, about that. And she said, I feel like this is retaliation for not showing up for the podcast on Friday
And then
due to my dental work. I'm launching a complaint with HR. I said, as the program is run by pieces of shit, our HR department is, well, non-existent. So good luck with that.
No, the irony is you are HR, Tiffany.
You are the HR department.
You're gonna place the complaint.
Yeah, like I heard it, I shouldn't have even clicked on it. That was the first fucking mistake I made. And when I did, I literally got like the fucking blind rage. I went and just like fucking put my fist through something because it grinded my gears.
You really have anger issues, I think. You should really talk to someone.
Well, I tried that before, it didn't work.
You know that we all have anger issues, right?
I don't. I'm the happiest
Bro,
person.
my microphone wouldn't work this morning. I pouted for 35 minutes.
You did.
And so she's fucking spitting hot fire air over the fucking...
I don't have an anger problem. I'm not angry ever. Just at work.
Ha ha. When you can't lubricate yourself with alcohol.
I mean, no. But yeah.
I mean, no.
I mean, not entirely. That's not true.
A little bit true, though.
But no, I think work would be worse if I was drinking, because then I would say some shit that would get me sent to HR.
And then you have to talk to Tiffany.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
I'm getting my jiggler ready.
Are you making brownies?
No. Getting my jiggler ready on my computer.
Let's don't discuss it. Don't discuss
we
it.
Can't.
We'll discuss. Don't discuss it.
Off
Off camera.
I don't want to know.
You do. You do.
Okay.
Johnny Mac said, I don't have an anger problem, I have a people problem.
Dude, Johnny Mac's the nicest person I've ever met in my life.
He really is.
You're the most not
So
angry
nice.
person I know.
Dude, the guy comes out and roofs with us. Like, he's a good guy.
We have had 2 small spats in 7 years, and it was his fault, but...
Well, he's a man, so of course it was.
All right,
his
wait,
fault.
Tiffany, I'm so sorry. What exactly was the first spat
All right, the
about?
first-
I do want to hear both of these tales.
So do I.
Alright, the first one was...
I think somehow, even in her telling, we're going to feel like it wasn't his
It's
fault.
definitely not his fault. I can already tell by your face. Go ahead.
So, we were driving back from his cousin's house in Delaware. He had a party.
Who was driving?
Johnny Mac was.
Had you been drinking?
Of course you have.
I may or may not have been.
That's a yes.
I don't know, it was
That is
I
an
might not have
important.
been.
That is an important
Not
part of
sure.
the story.
So I had said to him prior to leaving, we need to stop and get gas because we're driving all the way back to fucking Burlington.
Truth. I agree
It's
with
like,
that.
I got this, I got it. So I keep doing like, let me look over, see if because I get paranoid about that. I don't want to be stranded and out of gas. So he's trucking up 95.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Without you in the car, how many times have you, since you've known him, has Johnny Mac run out of gas while driving?
Never.
There you go. He's got an unblemished track record.
But my point is, he knows how I feel about that. And I thought, like, get the gas in Delaware. It's probably cheaper anyway. So we're up 95. And he's debating whether we want to go over the Commodore Barry or go straight through to Philly. I say, go Commodore Barry. I know right over the bridge, there's a fucking gas station there.
And it's less traffic. Let's be honest.
What does he do? Go straight through Philly. Now this fucking light is on. And I'm losing my shit. We rolled in this subpar gas station somewhere in Bumblefuck, Philly, shithole, and he got gas.
So wait a minute. There's no fight. That you didn't run out of gas. Nothing
I'm a
happened.
new asshole in there.
Oh my
And
God,
asked him
why?
He didn't just go over the Commodore Barry like I did, like I said.
But you didn't run out of gas.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
That's 1,000%.
It really
I'm
matters.
telling my story. That's how I feel. You guys feel however you want.
No, but you're a woman.
7 years ago.
So
I was
we
very
understand
upset
that
about
logic and reason have nothing to do with
Right out
how
the
you
window.
feel about this.
Because he knows how I feel. I'm waiting for him to chime in. He knows how I feel about the whole running out of gas shit.
But he didn't run out of
It
gas.
doesn't matter. Even when I said, let's go over the Commodore Barry, there's a fucking gas station right there. He just said, like, fuck you, and goes right through.
Do you know what I'm going to buy him for Christmas?
With gas can?
The little tiny one that holds a couple of gallons that will get you to the gas station.
But see, he himself lets the gas run really low. Here he goes. I'm radio silent.
Good choice.
Now the other argument
That's a smart man.
was just a random thing. He said something to somebody that I told him not to say. So he'll tell you that I was correct in that. And that was in 2016. We haven't had an argument since. He just doesn't argue.
So neither one of these sound like arguments to me. It just sounds like you giving Johnny Mac shit.
I mean, his feelings were hurt because I go for
Because you were an asshole for no reason.
No, I wasn't an asshole for no reason. I had my reason.
The gasoline is for no reason. Now, because you're being vague about the other thing, we don't know if there's a reason or not. Was it the bass player situation?
No, it was like a family situation.
You gotta cut slack on that though.
But he would tell you, like, you know what? I am taking the blame for that when I shouldn't have said that because you told me, like, in confidence not to say something.
Oh no, then he's wrong. Then he's wrong on that one. If it's in confidence, you don't say it.
But the gas thing, it's just like, yeah, it's his car. He was driving. He's never run out of gas.
And he knows his car.
But he also knows, like, from Delaware to Philly, that's kind of a hike. You've got, like, a gas-guzzling car. I'm just saying to make your life easier, let's go over the bridge.
But it didn't hurt his life.
It hurt
Or
my
yours.
life, though.
In your brain.
Because you let it.
Not in real life.
There was another third one, but we're not going to talk about
Why? Is it sex?
No, we never argue about that. Our shit's great. No, it was about a musician.
A lot of Blumpkins.
You're on camera, so we just saw you say that.
So it was about a former
Member of the band.
member, right?
We won't say who.
No. And I just remember.
Is it someone I know?
Yes.
Someone you
very
fired, I think.
I didn't fire anyone.
Kinda.
I've never fired. By proxy.
You're like, listen, he's gonna go or I'm gonna go. I don't really care. I'm really good. And they're like, no, he
Thing
can
is,
go.
Johnny Mac was so nice through this whole entire thing.
Can confirm.
And I literally was not mad at him because I know he's a nice person. I was mad that you need to, like, nut up and someone's not going to treat you like that. Like, you're a grown-ass man, but, like, and I just kind of kept going and going and going. It finally clicked in, and he really did get his shit straight.
And he almost let him fucking audition for us. So I don't know.
It was never going to happen.
He fucking said it, though.
Yeah, but he was...
I was never gonna let it happen, just so we're crystal fucking clear.
Whatever. And listen, we ain't heard shit yet since then, so there's that. But you know, he's nice. Like, even if we're out, he doesn't like.
Just in case Gary and Mac are listening, you chose wisely.
But he just doesn't like confrontation. I love it. I thrive on it. I love it.
We're aware.
If you notice,
You're
he
a
doesn't
mean bitch.
usually ride with me in the car. He's always driving.
Unless he's
In
running out of
7
gas.
years, I think he's driven with me 5 times.
For 5 years, she did. It was a lie they were telling me, and I was like,
You're a savage on the road, aren't you? Don't you?
Johnny Mac will tell you that.
I was like, she doesn't have a car, dude.
I even said to Vex, I'm like, you probably will never want to drive with me because I know you would probably get car sick, and I don't want to hear that.
But you and I got car sick at the same time.
Well, right. And that was a fucking shit show because we were in the back seat.
Are you a car sick person?
No, until you know how someone hits the brake a lot and jerks the car? Unbeknownst to me, I will get car sick. I have nothing to do with it. It happened like 3 times in my entire adult life. I don't actually puke, but I feel uncomfortable. And like it happened to Tiffany too, so I didn't feel like it was bad. We were in Vegas. This person couldn't drive. It was a super Uber thing with like 40 people in the car or whatever.
It was like a van.
And they just couldn't drive.
But it was a real tight
And then
squeeze.
the fucking, that chick who's no longer around, the bullfrog, oh, she drove like that. I made her cry once because I was like, why are you doing this? Like, just stop.
See, I don't do the press and go. I'm all gas, no brakes.
That wouldn't make me car sick at all.
Okay.
I'd get very nervous.
Yeah, I'm a road rager big time.
Shocking.
Shocking.
Like I said, 5 times in 7 years, I think he's probably driven with.
But the women are more aggressive drivers than the men.
Mm-hmm.
They say it in, like it's not like that, but it's like that.
But mine is in the car. You take my fucking parking spot, that's a problem. In the store, that's a problem. You run your cart up my heels, it's a big
You're
problem.
gonna be on a viral video someday. Soon, probably.
Have you ever had a moment in your life when you were like, I'm probably going to be in a viral video right now?
No.
I had last year, probably, maybe a year ago-ish. The trash people came through and they were late picking up the recycling, which was the next day. And I watched the truck, and when they went past the house, it was an African-American woman on her phone like this, holding onto the truck, and didn't touch the can in front of my house and went around the corner. So I walked out in my work clothes because I was going to work, and I was like, yo! And they're like, you can't speak to me that way. And I was just going to dump it myself. And she's like, I don't work for you. And I'm like, can you just do your job? Like,
Right.
All I ask.
Right.
yeah. And then they said, watch, I'm never picking it up ever again. And I was like, of course you're not. Of course you're not.
Yeah, it's just not a good situation. Now, if I'm in a
It's okay.
good
It'll
mood,
just go in the regular trash. The earth is my trash can. Fuck the environment, bitch. There you go. See what you did? You're causing global warming now, you stupid cunt.
I guarantee
This is
she
your
would
fault.
tell you that we don't even recycle in Philadelphia. It's like a sham. Because
It is.
sometimes they just throw it right in the same fucking truck.
And
I've seen it.
100% that's what they do.
I've seen it. So I
Yeah,
feel like
so
it's like,
have I.
they
it's a
do the
sham.
same shit in Jersey.
If you've ever worked, and I don't know if you personally do this, but if you've worked in the trades and you've ever had to go to a dump site and unload material,
Most
and shit,
definitely.
you can see it there, and it's plain to see that the recycling trucks and the trash trucks a lot of time are dumping things right in the same shit heap.
It's a sham.
It's all a sham. It is.
Do you remember the trash to steam plants?
Yeah, it's a thing.
He's like, we can turn an entire ton of trash into the size of this little tube here.
Yeah.
That was Wilson Good's dream.
But they forgot to tell you that it will horribly pollute dozens of city blocks with the
Forever.
smell.
Permeation.
Forever. No one mentioned that. That probably should have been something you looked into. On top of the fact that, Wilson Good, the man of the people, stuck all these trash to steam plants in the poorest neighborhoods in the city. So there's that. So, anyway, we're happy that you don't fight with Johnny Mac, even though you're a psycho about empty gas tanks,
Oh
which
my God.
blows my fucking mind. There's bigger things to be
If
upset
you ask
about.
him about it, he remembers to this day. He's like,
I'm sure he does.
I didn't know what was going to happen. And see, he rightfully knows also, probably not with him, but in previous relationships, I'm notorious for giving like silent treatment to a partner 3 months.
That's
3
a
months
lie.
straight. No, it's not.
That's a lie.
It's absolutely not a fucking lie. It's not a lie.
I'm
telling
hellacious with it.
You can live in the same house.
And I will
no
never
one
speak
has
to you.
Nope.
The
That's a
discipline.
thing.
Oh, the
It
discipline.
is a thing.
It takes discipline.
I will do it to a point.
You have never been married to a cunt from hell.
No, I haven't.
But I was, and you were too.
Yes,
You are victims of your own bad choices then.
No.
You
When
really
it's
tell you.
when it's a wolf in sheep's clothing and they con everyone in your life, I don't know. I don't feel that responsible.
Manipulative.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have conned me, sir. I'd have known.
How?
Because I know.
How?
Because I can smell bullshit.
You can smell crazy.
Yeah, you can.
It's in his DNA.
I pride myself in being a very good judge of character.
You're here. I don't know about that shit. We're
Then
fucked up,
manipulated.
and you're one of
I didn't
us.
say I wasn't fucked up. You're just fucked up in a way that I can tolerate. No, that's
So you
this
tolerate
is
us.
fine. This is fine. If you go outside on a daily basis and punch children, like that's a different kind of asshole. Like I'm not cool with that. I mean, unless the kid really deserves it.
I don't
Thank you.
support-
I was just gonna say that. Like, what if they're a real dick?
Then I think you should be able to.
I think I can put the fear into a child without having to ever raise my hand.
Yeah.
Like you can be like, "Hey," and that whole like that,
With the look.
and that'll snap him out of it. A kid, you can like.
So as far as the silent treatment goes, though, here's my thing. I'm rarely angry. But once I get to the point where I'm legitimately angry, it's an uncomfortable bad scene. Like I'm angry, and I don't know if you've noticed through my music or this program here that sometimes I have a way with words, and if I get angry and I get a little loose lipped with that, I will say some shit. The kind of things that like you can't take back.
And you don't mean them sometimes, right?
Oh no! At that point, I 100% mean them.
Because I will say a lot of vile shit that I don't mean.
No.
Oh, see, I mean, like.
I'm gonna say some shit that will break your fucking soul. Like shit that I can never ever take back.
But I would also do things like that.
So at any point.
But I don't mean it.
At any point that I feel the need that I'm going to argue with my wife about anything, I will walk away for a while. Like, we're going to talk about this later when I'm not going to explode.
That's true. That's a thing.
It's insanely important for me because I will, like I said, you put me in that position, I'm going to say some vile shit.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
I was born up our Wendy.
And see, if I say vile things, Johnny Mac's like, babe, that was really mean. I'm like, fuck that, it wasn't mean. You want mean, I can spout out some mean shit. And I just don't care.
What made you like this?
Well, my childhood was pretty shitty.
Was it though?
Yeah, like my real dad was a piece of shit.
Okay.
Like abusive and stuff. So there's that. Shitty relationships.
I am so, for real, between us, right?
Yeah.
And obviously not all the people watching. I am shocked that you did 5 years in that situation, knowing pretty much from the door that they weren't good.
No, and he had a lot of skeletons in his closet that I caught him on. The whole back
But
page
then why
thing
did you
and shit like that.
stay?
Because to be honest, I was like, you're a nurse, like I want to be the one to try to like help you. I didn't realize his alcoholism was that bad with the binge drinking. But his dad even told me, he's like, leave him in the hotel room, walk away. If he dies, he dies. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that.
No, but like, if you catch someone trying to procure prostitutes while they're with
Male
you.
prostitutes. These were not female prostitutes.
Wow!
Dudes?
This was on Backpage. This was fucking.
What does that mean? I don't
Backpage.
even know what that means. Isn't Backpage?
For men.
No, it's not.
I mean, I'm sorry, Grinder. It was Grinder.
Because that's those are different things.
There's Backpage and Grinder.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
Does this sound? I'm not on camera. Thank God. I would be afraid of getting diseases.
I made sure that wasn't going to be an issue. Like
That's my thing.
Like medically and
Like, he was out banging dudes?
Well, here's the thing.
I need some detail on how far did this go. Was he just looking, window shopping?
If you're window shopping, you're doing.
He was like sending pictures. I remembered I took his phone and me and my son actually called this number and a fucking guy answered and it was his voice recording. It was like, yeah, I'm no longer doing Grinder. Please don't call me at this number. I have a girlfriend now.
Her
So
name's
he had-
Tiffany.
Wait. Johnny Mac said, I believe I've seen Mimbo on Grinder.
Why the fuck was Johnny Mac on Grinder?
I don't know, maybe he's making a joke. I don't think he was on Grinder.
I hope so.
But no, like he would go on these binges and he would cross dress.
Oh! What? Whoa!
Oh yeah.
All
And
right.
the funny thing was,
Can I just interject here for a second? You guys know me pretty well. I've gone on more than my share of solid benders. Like you've all seen me pretty hammered up, and at no point in my stupor was I ever like, hey, you know what I could go for? Panties and dick. That never happened. That's not a thing.
Well, this was the thing because as an asshole, I would go looking for him because I knew where he would stay at these hotels. And when I would go in there, I'll never forget, like, his one, like, best friend, and they would do, like, coke and stuff, too, right? He's like, Tiffany, I went to the Mounts Motel. It was, like, in Hamilton or something. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I walked in there. There was high-heeled shoes that were, like, size 10s that weren't, like, ladies, and there was, like, dildos and stuff. He goes, so-and-so was in the bathroom. He goes, I knocked on the door to see if he was okay. He goes, he came out, I looked down, and he had fucking fishnet stockings. He's like, I quickly got the fuck up out of there. So there's that. Can we move on to your topics now?
You stayed.
I did, for 5 years. Got engaged and everything, 5 years.
So you're okay with the fact that he's like kind of faggy?
Well, he's dead now.
No, when you were with him, you're like, you could be gay and I'm okay with that?
But see, at that point, like, it wasn't till towards the end of the relationship, but I always wondered, because he would go on these, like, like I met him when he was weighed 180 pounds. Then because of the alcohol and craving sugar, he'd go up to 420.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, like I have picture, and I'm like, that can't be the same person. So I often wondered, like, because most of the time, if we were like doing anything, very few and far between, I was always on hands and knees, and I feel like it was because he could look in the back and not think of a chick. Do you know what I'm saying? But then what pissed me off is
Do you think he was like American Psycho
when
flexing?
he was like 420, he picked up his fucking stomach and put it on my back from behind. I'm like, dude, we gotta stop. My fucking back's cracked. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving on.
Now we're moving on. This is where the line is drawn.
Johnny Mac said drugs are bad in K.
I mean,
I'm a roofer.
That's bad.
No. I'm a roofer, right? I am not a psychologist, but I know why he was on benders.
Yeah.
He just wanted to be a gay guy dressed like a chick.
That's what I think.
And then he had to repress all that and bury all that, and then you binge and it comes out of you.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Because when
like,
he wasn't binging, completely fine.
but let him be.
Yeah.
Let him be gay. Like, my God, it's better than fucking dying. No, let him. Not you. I'm saying in his life, like, he isn't really a heterosexual man, and that's okay. Do whatever the fuck you want. It's a free country. But I mean, my God, like, he's repressing, and now it's coming out through these self-destructive things. He's fucking dead. That's sad.
Dude over, and I kept saying, I'm like, I'm not going to work this day. I'm going to stay home. He got so mad. He's like, just go to work. I'm like, but I don't want to. Because I knew the meeting was coming because I had gotten the phone.
Jesus, and you stayed.
Yeah, for 5 years.
As soon as I caught the other one being awful, I was out.
Yeah.
And then she wouldn't leave, but I was out.
Restraining orders and everything. So, like, I should have known better.
what the fuck?
Right?
No, I could.
You're more fucked up than I am, and I'm fucked up.
Yeah. So there's that.
You should probably be in a band.
When you put your stomach on my back,
Listen.
it was
he
over.
Lifted it and it went boom, and like it was 420 pounds. Like it like cracked my fucking back. I'm like, dude, I'm done. I'm drawing the line there.
That's the line. That's
And
the
he
line.
would wear
The gay
scrubs.
sex you're fine with.
He would wear scrubs with no fucking boxers ever. It was disgusting. Like his hygiene was like so.
You
bad.
stayed!
Again for 5 years. I get it. I know.
I gotta be honest. I gotta tell you all. It's not where I saw the show going today.
No, can we go to a topic, please, or two?
Sure.
It's 9:30.
What's on the list?
Physics professor claims to have found proof that we are all living in the Matrix. Now I'm going to say something. Did you guys look up this story that was in our thread? Did you all see it?
I did.
All right. This isn't the first time this stuff has come up in science in the past 10 years.
No, but it's the first time that anyone in the scientific world, I think, actually threw out the word like proof.
No,
Like,
it's the second.
I've heard a lot. You're talking about that genius kid.
No, there's not at all. So I'm going to tell you mine, and then we're going to discuss this if you're inclined, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Because obviously Tiffany wants to move off of that topic. So, the Hydrogen Collider, am I saying it correctly?
Yes.
All right. They make
The
black...
one in France.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, they make black holes. There's a whole fucking theory that I don't subscribe to, that when they made the first one and figured it out, that we went into a divergent timeline, which explains the whole Trump situation and all this stuff in the past, like, 8 years or whatever. But we're going to leave that alone. So, in the collider, they had an atom, and the atom's traveling, and there's an object, right? So the atom's coming towards the object, and it should smash into the object and kind of splinter and work its way around and keep going on its pattern. In this situation, it goes up, it sees the object, it splits like this. It goes around the object, and it joins itself back together, and then continues on its way. The only technology in the world where that happens is inside a video game that's on like PlayStation or Xbox. That's just how things are set up and programmed. But nothing in real life, if we have a car and the car is going into a pole, it's going to hit the pole and fracture. It's not going to divide itself, go around it and come back and rejoin itself together. That is proof that physically that should not be possible in any capacity.
So what we consider physically possible.
Yes, sir.
Is really just what a lot of times is what we think of as not physically possible, but is physically probable.
I'm listening. Sure.
Right? Because
Sure.
all things are made of atoms and particles and made up of very small things.
Yes.
there is a 1 in 900 billion to the 10th power chance that if I swing my hand at this table right now, that all the particles at this table and my hand will line up correctly enough that my hand will pass through it. There is a chance that that happens. It's minute to an amount that we can't even fathom in our brain, but it is a possibility. That's a real thing.
Can I interject? Joining back together, though, after the passage is where it gets weird. It can go through, technically. If you hit it hard enough, it would go through because your hand would splinter. Well, there's a force aspect to it. But it won't rejoin itself automatically. And that is the wrinkle.
And again, I don't know.
I mean, we're not scientists.
No, it turns out we're not.
Yes.
I'm not a scientist.
This is a house of learned doctors.
We shit with the door open. We take riverboat gambling trips. We've literally done none of
never done any of that.
Come on, Dad! It's not enough money for wings! It's not enough!
Get out of the shower. I'm looking good. My chest pews all the way down to my ball throat.
God.
And she's on the old, what is it, the old goat?
She's had the old bull.
She wants the young calf. Featuring the brandy rattle.
I love that.
Thank you.
The what?
This is the brandy rattle.
The brandy rattle?
It was a gift.
Oh.
Has a speaker at the bottom.
Does it?
Yeah. We'll never know, but I used it. The brandy rattle.
Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
Country roads.
So, anyway, the brandy rattle, which I love, and it's very you. It really is.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, do you actually drink out of it?
No, it's the rattle.
It's just a rattle.
No, yeah.
Do you use the speaker box?
I have. I normally don't, but I have.
I think I heard it.
Yeah, I put a story. I put a
Yeah,
story
good.
up.
I think I did see that.
Yeah, I played DeLorean.
Nice.
It's nice.
How's that work out for you?
It didn't work out well. It wasn't a good speaker. Great rattle though.
Works great as a rattle on this program. So I don't know. Like I said, again, I wish Carl were here. He probably has some much better insight into all of this.
Why? What? Because Carl wears glasses. He's smart. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, because the topics that we brought up while Carl was on this program, he had many more in-depth opinions and arguments than we ever have.
To be fair, he was also exposed to the list beforehand and would do massive amounts of research.
Yeah, I just like to wing it. That's kind of my.
And I prefer that actually.
Because I just make up silly bullshit.
Boosty
Why did
boosty
he
bop.
get the list first?
Boosty
Just
bop.
to do the research on
You
it?
got the list.
I was off that day, wasn't I?
Every time he comes on, he gets the list.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Out of respect, like I'm not gonna blindside him and be like, "Hey, we're talking about these 10 things you never fucking heard of." You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
glad you sent it last night when Dave asked.
You know, you threw a tantrum. There's no list. I'm not coming.
I'm not coming. Yeah, I was like, first off, you're lying.
You
Not
know,
true.
are you sure about that?
He's fucking lying.
The anxiety. I wake up Thursday morning. I'm like, before I go to the gym, I should just make the list because if I don't do it right away. But I know Dave's asleep anyway,
Yeah.
so it isn't like a thing. And then here you are bitching and moaning at 7:30 at night.
I can do
Yeah,
whatever.
I sent that text when I got up.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm like, oh, there's no list yet.
And she's like, there's no list. I'm not coming.
Then I come in like a tornado.
Listen, there's no list. I come in, ring my bell, and fucking leave.
And he was wearing fishnets.
He was.
So hot. I mean, what? Nothing.
It's not good. Never wore makeup or anything.
Can I ask you a
You
question?
know,
Yeah.
How do you wash fishnets? Can you just put them right in the washer?
I never wore them, so I would think they'd rip.
In the 90s, there were a lot of goth women who rocked them, and I was a fan of that.
Oh, was I a fan?
But-
He wears them.
But wait, I should ask her.
Yeah.
I am sensitive to smell, as we discussed before. And when you're wearing these things out into the summer, they absorb certain amounts of sweat, and they...
I feel like not any more than like your pants would.
But it's like
Space pants.
Space pants.
Kirby said you trash them. You don't want.
And so, and I think in the 90s, these girls weren't trashing
They're
them.
like a one and done. And
No, so then I see her the third day she's wearing them, and I'm like, hey. And then you get in there, you're like, ooh, it's a little randy. So I visually, even though visually it's appealing, I attach it to that smell from 1995, and I have a fucking issue with those. I'm like,
Yeah.
So you can't wash them.
I'm not gonna
She said
lie,
come
dude.
out.
I feel like the '90s were smelly.
Yup, it was rough for me. It was rough for me.
Was it just me or were the '90s smelly?
No, it smelled like the arm. It smelled like fucking Subway.
And here's the problem.
Just Subway
Remember?
and patchouli and
He's right.
Yes.
Remember all the kids who brought back the 60s and the 90s?
Yeah.
That was a thing. Hairy girls, get the fuck
Not
out of
washing,
here.
right.
Ah.
I did not like it.
I didn't like it at all. I was just happy there were girls, frankly. But like, it was.
I just don't get the whole like. Listen, you can do whatever you want as far as like you don't want to wear deodorant or shave your armpits. I just think it's gross.
Why do I have to smell you?
Right, like I don't want to be like we have people at work that don't shower, and even if you pass them like even in the bathroom, it smells. It's like Cheetos and garbage and like hot sewage. It's just
Cheetos
disgusting.
and garbage.
But I don't know if they can't smell themselves. And these are the same people that like eat in the bathroom, don't wash their hands after they
What
use
the?
the bathroom.
First off, where the fuck? I'm not gonna ask because you shouldn't say it on
Right.
air. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But I want to know where you work, so I never fucking go there.
Yeah,
It's like every office in America.
yeah.
It isn't just hair plays. That's like the way it works.
that boggles my mind.
Like you work in those people you don't meet during the day because you work at night. That happens there. That happens there.
Here's my thing. All right, there's a couple things here. All right, I don't necessarily have a supremely physical job anymore like I used to when I was working in like commercial electricity. You have a very physical job. I have had physical jobs. You break a sweat at work, right?
Oh, yeah.
You sweat all day
Oh, yeah.
sometimes, especially
yeah.
in the summertime. It's hot out.
We sweat in the winter, unfortunately.
Right. I've never known you to be smelly.
There's a secret.
I'm a bigger dude. Sometimes bigger people can get smelly fast, especially when they sweat.
I can tell you a secret if you care.
Here's the thing, like, have I ever smelled bad when I was around you?
No, never.
No.
Oh, I'm a liar. Yes, you have.
When?
You want to be honest with you?
Yes.
Okay. So you brought a bag here once when we first met each other,
Yeah.
and it just reeked of dog and smoke.
Oh, okay.
And then you had put it down, and then it was permeating in the house. And again, we had just met, like we didn't really know each other like we do now. And I was so upset by that bag. And then when it left, I like scrubbed the floor and stuff. And I was like grateful.
Sorry.
But like you don't smell
I'm
like
not
that.
Sorry.
Right.
But that bag, I don't know what was wrong with that bag. And I was just like, something's wrong with that bag.
I can tell you what was wrong with that.
What was
bag.
it?
That bag sits in the back seat of my truck.
Okay. So is the backseat of your truck dirty? Is that what you're saying?
Sometimes if I take the dog somewhere.
Okay.
There's probably like dog hair and shit, and they were probably sitting on it. You know what I mean?
But it was rough. And I was like, but you don't smell like that. So I was taken aback. You know what I
Right.
mean? But then, so, no, you don't smell. That's
Right.
the thing. You don't.
It's not that hard to be clean enough that you don't smell.
Do you shower every single day?
Usually, I mean, yes, every day, sometimes.
Times twice, right?
More than 50% twice.
Really? That often? I put it off.
Before
Like,
I leave for work and when I get home, yeah.
I'm amazed
Johnny
by it.
acts like a maniac with the whole showering.
I-
Even after practice, he does.
Well, he has to.
Yeah.
But I will not shower before work ever because I know how filthy I'm going to get.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not showering. And then when I get home, I have to.
I think I just got in the habit of it, and now it's like that's how my day starts. Like it wakes me up for the day, and like I just have to. That's
the thing. Yeah, you get in the shower. I
It's
see
like
that.
it's part of my day routine. Like I get up and get my shit together, and then I go get a shower.
We had one bathroom when I was a kid, right? Well, one full bathroom. So I remember my mom, when I was in school age, like 6, 7, 8, 10 years old, I would shower right before I went to bed. And then you get up in the morning and you brush your teeth and you get dressed and everything, and then you
Right.
went to school. So I never got used to showering in the morning. I guess the reason we didn't do that is it would tie up the bathroom, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, before work, I never shower. But I shower before I go to bed and stuff. So I'm, you
Right.
know.
So your bed doesn't smell like shit.
Yeah, I don't need.
That's an issue.
And then sometimes when someone's leaving, I'm like stripping the sheets immediately. I'm like, okay, bye-bye.
Cool, thanks, bye. I think that probably is off-putting to someone.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm aware. You've made that abundantly clear.
I will sleep and clean. It is not an option.
No.
I'm not
I
doing
could
it.
probably sleep wherever I wanted, depending on how tired I was.
No. I can sleep wherever I want. If it's in my fucking house, I will sleep and clean. I've been on tour, bro.
Are you weird about hotels?
No, because I've definitely. I remember we were in Atlanta, Georgia, making a record, and King Sam and I were supposed to stay at the studio, and we've been sleeping on a hardwood floor for like a week. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. Tonight we're gonna splurge. We're gonna get a room, right? And it's just we go, and you couldn't find a room that was available. It was all right. I can literally see it. Remember when like Revenge of the Nerds, the second episode when they were like went to fucking Florida for like spring break, and you went up and it was this shitty thing and it was dark and there was like a guy sitting in the fucking alley.
Yeah.
It was just like that. And it's like midnight finally when we go to get the room and we're like, fuck it. So we literally went there and I remember thinking we might get bed bugs from this one. Like this might be the problem. And then we sleep. And then we had to get up the next day and take a shower. And I remember not wanting to touch the walls and how bad the shower was. And he's like, I didn't touch the walls either. Like it was that disturbing. But we washed ourselves and we got dressed. And I think we left. I think it was the end of the trip. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I've slept in some scummy spots.
But like on tour, you got to just fucking deal, man. I've slept in the bus. Dude, so there's a portion where the equipment's lined up on the road. I remember getting like a fucking blanket and laying atop the equipment. And I was like, and I slept like a fucking baby. If we'd have hit anything, I was dead. I was dead. It's hundreds of pounds of shit and the bus, you're dead.
Yeah.
But I slept like a baby. It was fucking awesome.
Nah, fuck that.
It's good times.
So I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. I'll sleep anywhere. How about you? You a hotel like?
Well, not a hotel snob. I mean,
I'm just a
some
snob.
shitholes, right? But like Johnny Mac knows, wherever we go, the first thing I do is I'm scanning for bed bugs.
You
I'm
pull up the
lifting
sheets and everything,
mattress.
do the check.
I'm doing all the things. I get my flashlight out too,
You
and like
should
look
talk
to
with
make
my
sure-
wife about this.
Yeah, I do not fuck around with that. I do it everywhere we go. And he's like, just go ahead and let her do her thing. I'm
Pretty
like,
much.
help me lift up the mattress because I'm going under everything.
I'm going in.
Did you know France is like fucked up right now with bed bugs?
That's because they're filthy people.
The entire country is just fucked right now.
They're
but they're just-
dirty.
Oh yeah.
French
I'm never
people.
going there.
Is that the place where, remember Dave, you were talking about all the rats? Is it in France?
Yes.
Oh, where there were like millions of them running?
No, that's in Australia.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah. But that's like also like in like farmland outback.
No,
Australia.
that's in fucking Philadelphia, New York. If you go
Also
into
that.
the fucking into the pipes underneath,
Rats the size of dogs.
no lie, dude. Like no fucking lie. It's a thing. Yeah, I worked for Oregon. I learned way too much shit that you don't want to know.
No, I had a friend who worked for them for quite some time, and he said the same thing. He's like, dude, it's fucked up what you see.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you never go to a restaurant and feel okay ever again, because you know.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but it's there. And you know why? Every restaurant in New York doesn't have rats walking across the floor. They're afraid of noise. That's the only reason. Like every single restaurant in New York City has a rat problem. It is a mathematical fact. And the only reason you don't see them is they don't like noise. So if you're talking and you're eating, they're like, we don't fuck with that shit. We'll come in at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're asleep, and they will. They will. They're everywhere.
Oh,
they are
yeah.
fucking everywhere. And so I have anxiety sometimes if there's rats about here. It's not likely because half the house is on a fucking a slate.
But if you saw one run through, let's just say you saw one run, are you losing your shit?
I'm killing that fucking thing.
And I'm not talking about like little fucking field mouse. Like,
No, not a mouse.
Full-blown, like,
I'm
rat.
talking
A
about
rat.
fucking prehensile possum tail, fucking smelly, dirty black rat.
They're not even black. They're like this scummy gray thing.
Yeah,
It's like,
they're grimy.
but here's because of what I've done. Number one, you'll never have a rat in your bed. Did you know that? It never happens. They can't see. So they have to walk against the wall, and the whiskers.
Or like the
So when you go into someone's house and there's grease along the baseboard,
It means they have mice.
that's a rat
Loose
mice
mice,
situation. Because they can't see.
Right, so they're like doing the feeler.
So without the fuck, they can't. So they need to always walk against the wall. Always. They will dash across the middle, but they're lost when they do that. If they're not against the wall, they can't find their way out.
Oh, they're so fucking gross.
Yeah, they are pretty foul.
So much shit.
Yeah, what was that?
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
This fucking thing's making noise.
Is it Is like a short in it? Is it
I heard a
popping?
spark. Is that what that
Yeah.
was?
Oh God, I hope not.
No, like that.
Yeah,
Definitely. It's not good.
it's a thing.
That's a bad sign. Where'd you get that thing anyway?
It's a gift from my bass player.
Wow.
How happy was I? This is like $250. I looked it up. That's a lot of money. If I liked it, I was gonna buy Dave one. Now I don't even know if I like it.
Yo, big debut tomorrow. Are you excited?
I gotta be honest, it seems seamless. He's so fucking good.
Just rolled right in and was cool.
It's seamless. Like, I'm not even thinking about it. I know that I should be. Actually, I should probably shelter the cat out of the bag, or you wouldn't be surprised tomorrow.
I want to be surprised tomorrow.
All right.
No, let's cat out of it. I want to know.
What's Mel play every time he goes out?
What do you mean?
Mel's a bass player.
Yeah.
What does he play every time he goes out?
As far as his instrument?
No, the other thing. You don't even know this?
No.
The refrigerator cabinet?
Oh, okay.
Every single show, no matter what. Guess what we're back to doing?
Home in the cabinet.
Dude, it's on the bus right now.
Awesome.
And it's loud.
Starscrew's gonna blow the doors off.
Yeah, that's it. Like, King Sam is like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. He can feel the bass. Feel it. So then we have a live version where it's a stacked version of the cab, so it's easier to move. And we set it up for practice, and Sam's like, I can't feel it. And the bass was like, yeah, it's not loud enough. And I'm like, so we got out the big one, and that's now on the
Roll
bus.
out the big dogs.
And I think him and Johnny Mac, what is it? What's the word you use?
They're tight. They've
Yes.
locked up.
Locked up.
Here's the thing. He's a drummer for real. There's a part Johnny wasn't getting right in one of the songs. He had to stop and explain to John how to do it, and then John did it. And I was like, that's amazing! But the downside is there's a lot of drum discussions at practice now.
It's a thing.
What kind of snare do you like under this microphone with a light on? Oh, there's a light on, I like this snare right here.
So back to the rat and mice thing. Angie said, we all know my knees don't work. Let's just say I won't be able to walk for a week because I would be scrubbing my baseboards now. Like you said, now I'll be looking at people's baseboards when I go in their house.
Fucking gross.
And you know, when I go into someone's house, I do it. I
definitely
look
will be looking.
before I sit. And then I know what the droppings look like. And some people don't.
Right.
And you'll be like, is that some dirt? I know what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Notice you'll never see that shit in this house ever.
No.
Ever, ever, ever. Look at all the baseboards. They're perfect. Ever, ever,
I'm
ever.
just looking at all the equipment piled up. I guess that's my husband's drum bags.
No, they're Vex's drum bags.
Oh, okay.
Those are the drums for the
Oh,
show.
gotcha.
For the show.
So tomorrow night, a new legacy. Embers Remain. Starscream. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a great, great night. I'm gonna have fun.
And then we had a last band who dropped out. That's a
I'm
whole
gonna play
fucking thing.
second, so it means I can get drunk while I watch Starscream.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, getting towards the end of the program. A squatter in not quite Beverly Hills, but in that region, the landlord is ordered to pay her a $100,000 relocation fee. It was an Airbnb that she had moved in for a long-term situation, never paid the rent, and because she was there for 4 months or 6 months, she established legal residency, and then turned in the landlord for not installing the bathroom correctly up to code, and because of this, he now has to pay her $100,000 to leave. Thoughts?
I fucking hate California. I fucking hate it. You know what? At this point, fucker, I am for global warming. I want the fucking sea level to rise. I want that whole garbage state to wash away into the Pacific.
What if China just attacks it?
I'm cool with that, too.
You cool with that too?
How far are they gonna get?
Not here. They'll never get here. Oceans are awesome, by the way. So, like, you might get the West Coast. You might. But then the further in you
But
get...
how far are you going to get in the West Coast? Like, really?
The further in you get, the more guns people have. California's not very armed. I mean, all right, the gangbangers are armed. But besides that, the regular law-abiding citizens aren't allowed to arm themselves. That's the thing. But
Right.
the further in you get...
Like, are you going to make it to Vegas?
Vegas seems pretty armed.
Vegas is.
Pretty armed.
Yeah, it's a little ruckus out there in the desert.
It's a long drive from LA to Vegas. It's like 5
So you gotta
hours.
figure, number one, you gotta get over the Rocky Mountains, alright? And you're talking
Through the physical desert.
through the desert.
The desert.
And now you're talking about hitting places like Montana, Wyoming, Colorado. There's some motherfuckers out there that just need a reason. I'm not kidding. There are a lot of them.
I
You would never get here.
I
You
don't
would
think
never get here.
real war is ever going to be a thing again. Right now, the Israeli conflict is scary as fuck. I'm not going to lie and say it isn't. I don't like that. I don't like any of that.
What's your thoughts?
I got to be careful of my thoughts, to be honest.
No, you don't.
It's got nothing to do with us, really.
Facts.
And that's the thing. But there's a lot of Jewish...
Other than the fact that you're using weapons on both sides that we gave both.
Literally. But there's Jewish people who live here, and they feel some type of way. And I get that, because my family's from somewhere else, so I understand that. I do, but I know it's not our fucking problem. And, I mean, let's be honest with it. Let's tell the truth, right? The Israeli fucking army is tough as nails. They don't need anybody's fucking help. They can probably
have to be in the army if you're an Israeli.
Oh yeah, but they're tough as nails. You wouldn't fuck with those people. They will murder you.
Yes.
And then there's another side to it that isn't, again, not my fucking beef. These other people lived there for generations. And then the Israeli government shows up 70 years ago, and they're like, fuck you, this is our spot now. And then it's weird. If you listen to both sides of it, there's both sides of the fence. The Israeli people will tell you we took the worst part of the entire area of that world, right? The worst part, and we made it thrive, which they did. It now has water, and it has beautiful things, and it's a great place to be. And then now that it's nice, the guys who live around are like, well, we want it back. You know what I mean? So I get that, but I don't know.
Again, I think you were right in the first portion of it where you said, not my fucking...
Why, nothing to do with us.
Why are we even involved? Like,
I mean, we're not really involved.
Let's go back a little further about this. This same fucking gripe has kind of been going on for like 2,000 years.
You're not even kind of. This is a fact, yes.
Yeah, like you've been hissy fitting with each other for 2,000 fucking years.
For the Holy Land.
Why?
I don't know.
Any concern of mine. I give no fucks what you clowns do over there. I give no fucks. Why? Why is it a thing?
I think it's funny that when I brought up this Beverly Hills squatter situation, your only response was, I hope it goes into the ocean. Not that it's like unfair.
I figured we would circle back to that. But that never happened because we got off on some tangent, which we are apt to do on this program. It's a thing.
On
the program. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Now, I like to talk a lot of shit, so, you know.
And what's the one thing you won't talk about?
What won't I talk about?
I would never say, under any circumstances, that perhaps Rob Reiner fucked a little girl to death.
And look,
I would never say that.
This is, and I understand that, and it's a decision that we made at the outset of this program.
To respect Rob Reiner's privacy.
That I would, and not so much his privacy, just I don't want to delve into the areas of speculation.
Or cast aspersions.
Exactly. I like to deal in facts here on this program. And because I don't have 100% concrete facts, I would never, ever use my platform here on this program to say that Rob Reiner sodomized a small female child to the point of her demise. I would never say that.
To death.
To death! You fuck him on to death!
Somebody wrote me, I believe it was Ron Kaiser, that perhaps, that perhaps it was Prince that had the Janie Lane situation happen. But it doesn't mathematically really add up, though. It doesn't really add up.
Ron was funny as fuck.
Ron's great.
Some zingers.
Ron was solid. We should have Ron on again. That was a good time.
He works. That's the problem.
That's silly.
And then he came late. I wish we got 2 hours out of him. You know what I mean?
No, that's definitely a thing. Ron was a good time with the show.
It was a good time.
So there could be multiples of the Janie Lane rape.
No.
I mean, Rob Halford rape. Prince.
Well, I mean,
now we're throwing Prince in the mix.
Janie Lane was the rapee.
Right.
Rob Halford was allegedly the raper.
Right.
And this is just my theory. No one's ever said
this. Yeah, this is completely...
but if you sit down and do a list of who was a rock star in 82 and had a fucking massive drug problem in 82.
The math is mathing.
There's a lot of mathing going on. So anyway, as far as this $100,000 that we never even touched on, I mean, That's kind of fucked if he is.
He's a multimillionaire, so I don't feel bad about the money.
I
And I
do.
think it's greedy that if you're a multimillionaire, you're renting out your guest house for an Airbnb. I don't know what the fuck. Shut the fuck up. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
and it says, I guess it's a California dentist.
Yeah.
It's the one- okay, so
He's rich.
their guest booked a 6-month stay for starters
Yes.
at $105 per night for a total of $20 grand.
Yes.
They've been there for 2 years, rent free for 18 months.
Yep.
She even wants a refund of her 20 grand for the first 6 months because she went and contacted the city and they told the guy he had to bring the code up to
For the shower.
The code, yeah, for a fucking shower.
Okay,
Wow.
so according to now, legally, he is bound by the law to pay this woman $100,000.
Her relocation fee, yes.
I feel like a hitman's gonna cost less than $100 grand.
No, but now the entire world's watching, right? No, I'm telling you something.
I'll kill the bitch.
No, it's not. Oh my god. I don't know if you know this.
Fuck that cunt.
It's
She
illegal.
died. I don't
Hey.
give a fuck.
No, and here's the thing. It all comes down to numbers, right? If it cost me $1,000 to get someone out of my life, it wouldn't be comfortable to hand them the $1,000, but I'd never
The
miss
old
it.
Bronx tail move.
I'd never miss it. So, but if I have millions of
Sell your
dollars,
life for $20. What do you
yeah.
leave?
So if you have millions of dollars and it's $100 grand, all right, see ya. I won't lose an 80 because I took 20 of your money anyway, right? So get out. Bye bye.
I'd kill her. Fuck the bitch.
You can't do that.
I can.
No, but all right. No, but you love your wife, right? Big fan.
Usually, yeah.
Like spending time with her and
I
stuff.
do.
Okay. You want to go to jail for 30 years?
Who says I'm getting caught?
I did. I said it with my mouth. How many people have you killed? 0, right?
That you know of.
Haha. And if you're a dentist in California, you've killed 0 people. You just have. You have no fucking experience. Like, did you ever see Office Space?
Yeah.
He's like, this isn't, if we had time to prepare, we have no crime experience. We don't know how to launder money. You know what I mean? Doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah. How can we be so bad at this?
Well, they've had a head start. They've been practicing for years. We just started crime today.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
He does a pretty good
Fucking love
film.
that movie.
Mike Judge makes good movies. Do you ever see Abstract?
No.
Extract. I'm sorry, Extract.
No.
It's a Jason Bateman stars in it.
Okay.
The best friend who's in Office Space, the guy with the long greasy hair who lives next door,
Oh, yeah.
is played by Ben Affleck in that movie. And,
Nice.
and he's a bartender. And it's exactly the same character. It's exactly the same character.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah,
Check
that
out
guy.
Channel 9. It's a breast exam. I gotta drag my ass all the way up to Oscalitas, doing a drywall there at the new McDonald's.
What would you do if you had $1 million? I think I'd have
Two chicks at the same time,
And I
man.
feel like I could put that together.
Not all chicks are the money. Type of chicks that double up on a dude like me probably do. Dude's so good. He has so many great lines in that movie. Hey, Peter, watch your cornhole, brother.
Do me a favor, please, Madam Producer.
Yes.
That actor plays Jethro in the new
In the Beverly Hillbillies, yeah.
he's related to someone. Can you look him up?
Uh-huh.
Or maybe the real Jethro is related to someone and I'm fucking this up in my brain.
Could be.
Because the real Jethro is somebody's son.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's awesome, though. Dietrich Bader, that's his name.
And he's the fucking roundhouse kick guy in the Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
8 seasons in the
Do
octagon.
you think I'm ashamed because I go home to Starla every night? Just gonna break the wrist and walk away.
Yeah, Dietrich Bader.
Yeah.
And you want to know who he's...
What's his lineage? Is he anybody famous? He probably isn't. Maybe I'm confused.
Oh, dude, he's funny as shit.
I haven't seen him in a movie in so long.
You ever just walk in on a Monday morning and have somebody tell you that look like you're having a case of the Mondays?
I believe someone get their ass kicked for that.
No, man. I believe you get your ass kicked for saying something like that.
So his great-grandfather was Edward Bader, former mayor of Atlantic City. Along with Drew Carey, Bader's only one of 2 actors to... Okay, the Drew Carey show.
Yeah, he was on the Drew Carey show.
No, but his grandfather was like a gangster, is what that comes down to. The great grandfather, right?
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah, that's pretty cool. The lineage.
Dude, I just watched a story about that Vegas is like a piece of shit now.
I was there though a lot. It's not as bad as you think it is.
Not
I saw that
in-
story.
Certain spots are probably shitty.
Not in that for gambling is now like shit.
Explain.
Apparently, a lot of Vegas casinos have recently tweaked the rules to some of their games.
Tell me.
Like for 1,000 years, like the roulette wheel was black and red, and then you had a green 0, right? Many of them now have 2 double 0 spaces next to the 0.
Which means what? You just lose?
It just fucks with the odds a little more.
Okay.
There are certain casinos where, like, if your dealer has to hit at 16 in blackjack, it's now like 15. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can. They've done a lot of things to tweak the odds. People who play slots there a lot of times claim that the slot machines have gotten a lot tighter and are not giving out as many jackpots.
Why is any of this shocking to anyone?
I'm not shocked.
You're not.
At all.
No one's
I'm
there.
Just telling you that I just read an article about it last week. That's all I'm saying.
No one's there to really win. The people who are professional gamblers have a different world, and that's okay. But 80% of the people who go to Vegas know they're going to lose. You know what I mean?
I'd like to be a professional gambler, I think. I think it'd be a fun job.
Really?
Yeah. There's a cool mystique to it.
No.
I think it'd be awesome.
Fun and mystique are very different words.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be better to be a touring professional musician. That would be a fun job.
Yeah, but that dream has passed me by many years ago, sir.
Nah.
I'm not doing it now.
Why?
I'm fucking old. No one wants to see me rock out.
I don't know, man.
It's not a thing.
I don't know, man. It is a thing.
Still hanging on to that?
Well, no, because I've done my time. You understand what I'm saying? But it's still a thing. There's an art to what you do and to what I do that people behind us aren't very good at. A lot of young bands now play along with tracks and all this thing. It's a different vibe. Like, to be a hungry American real live rock band is a dying thing.
It is.
And because we're good at it, fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
We're not that good at it.
That's hurtful.
If we were that good at it, we would be professional touring musicians.
I've been a professional touring musician.
I haven't.
And I'm better now than I was then as a musician.
I agree.
And the thing of it is, that we're not that good at it is definitely not that's not correct. Artistic integrity has nothing to do with commercial success in any capacity.
Also true.
So Johnny Cash was like a young, hip fucking guy coming up. And then there's the doldrum parts of his career where he couldn't get arrested, right?
Yeah.
And then they revive him in the 90s at the back end of his career because he could still sing and he still had integrity. And his voice wasn't even that good, but it was pleasant to listen to. And so as that still exists, there's a modicum of artistic integrity around. I take a lot of comfort knowing that in 2023 and soon to be 2024, being real is less and less available.
I'd agree with that.
And remember, Johnny Cash had a huge back end to his career when he was a creepy old man with white hair. So I don't rule anything out. I really don't. Like, music's music, and that's the cool part. We make records, we release records, you make records, we release records. You don't know when a song's going to catch on or what it's going to do. You have no fucking idea. You don't know.
At this point, I'm just going to sell it to somebody famous. I'll never play this song again. Here you go. Cut me a check.
And I hear that because I do that too. I write songs on the side. I'm not saying that.
That would be awesome.
But there's something too, like, everybody's changing to pods. Do you know what that is? Where there's no longer amplifiers. They just plug into a box and the box does this. Yeah. Everybody's changing to that. I relish the fact that we're in dinosaur land and we're fucking unique. And it's weird. I remember being 18 years old and being very upset that I couldn't see the Doors play because Morrison was dead. And being very upset that I never got to see Hendrix play because Hendrix was dead. And they'll say to you, the old men back then, well, you missed out, let me tell you. It's the thing you're never going to see, and that's fucking end of it. And it's true. But I did see Guns N' Roses when they were young. And I did see Ozzy when he was a completely different human being.
Yeah.
And I saw original Black Sabbath with Dio. Like, I saw a bunch of shit over 30 years ago that no longer is available. And as more time goes by, a younger generation of human beings are embracing all of that shit. And when it comes time to hear it live, only people like you and I and our projects can really deliver such an experience.
It's true.
And that's a thing. So it might not be today, it might not be Thursday, but there will be a time, and maybe it's not us, when an older fucking generation is going to be like, this is how it's actually done. Like right now, a Pantera retread version is conquering the entire world with a real guitar player and a real drummer and a great bass player and a very unique vocalist for his time.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And kids are going in droves because there's nothing like it anymore. Nothing. There's nothing. Your biggest rock band, modern-wise, in the world is the Foo Fighters. And they don't represent what's inside of me. I'm not anti-Dave Grohl, by the way, but he doesn't represent what I fucking... The danger of rock and roll, that's not the fucking Foo Fighters, man.
No.
It isn't.
They do lack an element of that.
And there a lot of girls like Foo Fighters music. That ain't what it's about. Motorhead's gone. That motherfucker played till he died and had a hit in 1980. A hit in 1980. And that's it. You understand what I'm saying?
Just did it.
And that's what we're doing. Do the damn thing. Big fucking amps. I have 2 amps right now in the shop getting fixed because they just break all the fucking time for no fucking reason. And you fix them and you keep going because they sound like nothing else in the world.
It's true.
So when you say it's over, I think every passing moment sets us up better for a longer back-end fucking commitment to success. I really believe that. Eddie Van Halen's no longer with us. As every year passes or someone else, the magic's gone, we still can do this. We remember the ones who could do it. That's important shit. You might not agree, and that's okay, but that's how I feel.
No, and you're not wrong, and I guess I didn't look at it that way. I don't know.
Every year we get a little better, you know.
Are we somehow in our own small way like carrying the torch for rock and roll? Is that?
It isn't just you and I. There's a myriad of us across this country.
I hope there is.
And here's the secret, Dave. We didn't stop. I know great musicians who just fucking stopped, who will never realize great anything because they stopped. Starscream's working on our 5th full-length record. That's not bad. You know what I mean? When the smoke clears, maybe we'll have 10. Maybe we'll have 8. Maybe we'll only have 6. But we're going to put something out there. I don't know. No, this is a special thing we know about. Like, remembering the 90s when a band like L7, who wasn't even that fucking famous, was banging around the world on festivals, playing real chicks, playing real rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's fucking cool, man. Like, I don't know. The internet has given this thing that we know firsthand to these kids. And they're, like, curious about it. Only we fucking are the keepers of it, though.
It's true.
Like, Meat Plow is like the COC version of COC, but they're from Jersey. You know what I mean? Like, there is a version of that great we went to see fucking COC together.
Yeah.
And they're great. And Meat Plow's just as fucking good, man.
They are good.
They
I
are.
fucking love Meat Plow.
But so do I. And that exists. And you just got to keep doing it. Keep doing the damn thing. It will catch on.
And in some of my moments in this thing when you're like, I'm still doing this. Like, I'm really still doing this.
Yeah.
And I think about it, I'm like, what was rock and roll at its outset when rock and roll really became a thing?
The Comets, Bill Haley and the Comets.
Yeah, but I mean like when rock and roll when it ruled the world. When those great
Zeppelin.
bands from the 70s
Zeppelin.
were out
When
there.
Zeppelin takes off in the late 60s, early 70s, and you get Sabbath, and like unfortunately, the end of Jimi Hendrix is when it really ramps up.
So all these bands were out there just doing this thing because that's what they wanted to fucking do.
Of course.
And it just so happened that they got very famous for doing it.
Some of them.
And I suspect that a lot of them probably still would have been doing it without the accolades and the financial windfall and all of those things.
Look at the
that went along with it.
Stooges. The Stooges were shit, but they were playing anyway.
Right. And they're still going along with it. All of this had to come from somewhere. There had to be a basis of it. All of them started doing a thing that we do. They started playing little shithole fucking bars around the corner from their house. That's a thing. That's where it all
That's
started.
how it always starts. So
So-
what's the question?
So, I don't have a question. I'm just making a statement here. What I'm saying is that there's a million famous bands, like you said, the Foo Fighters. Like they're huge and famous, and they're well financed because Dave already had money. You
Sure.
know? Is that even really rock and roll?
No. All right, let's be
So
real.
let me ask you a question then. If that's not, what is? And is it really? Am I fucking rock and roll? Like, am I the one really fucking carrying the torch for it? Is it me? Me in the grand scheme of, you know,
But it is.
us, me.
No, but it is. Of course it is. Yes. Of course it is. You think the Foo Fighters are a pop band.
Rock and roll's in trouble if we're the ones holding down the fort. Jesus Christ.
You know why it's not in trouble? TikTok's a thing, right?
It is.
Johnny Mac gets mad because there's an 8-year-old kid somewhere playing drums better than he ever did in his life.
Yeah.
There's a guitar player who's 11 right now who's burning it up. This is a thing. This exists. It's not going to go away. It's going to change. And I like it. Man, this is a parallel. I apologize. New York City in the 70s was dangerous, dirty, and drug infested. And what came out of it was a lot of art that I love to this day.
Yeah.
Right? Even the disco shit, I love to this day. All of it. Real punk rock, rock and roll, new wave, all that shit, right? It comes out of this. Then we watch New York in the 80s. It's still pretty rough. Crack's a thing. It's a thing, right? In the 90s, it was a little dangerous still. Because I remember going there in the early 90s with friends and people were getting robbed and shit. And it was a thing. Late 90s, Giuliani slides in and he makes it like Disneyland. And it becomes a Disneyland city. And it was comfortable to go to. And there was no dodginess. And it was safe. And the cops were everywhere. And it was a thing. New York has now regressed back to being thug life. But there's a little coolness to that. Because now something might come out of it. Well, there's ebbs and flows in everything. This is an artistic endeavor. The thing that we do isn't even 100 years old yet. Can you imagine an art form that isn't even 100 years old yet?
No.
It's not leaving. It's going to change. It's going to morph. There's a kid in Michigan right now playing through a little baby Marshall with his dad's guitar. And he might change the fucking world. That Nirvana shit happened in 4 seconds.
Yep.
It was just guys who got tight. They made some poppy tunes and they went out and they hit. And we're always 1 minute away from that thing happening. And we're living it. We're carrying through. Dude, people enjoy a show. People come out and see us. And you said why they start in the beginning? These are all the kids who weren't popular in high school. So you make your own fucking tribe. And you play your own fucking music that you want to fucking hear with your fucking friends. And that's cool.
Yeah.
And now, look how close all of us are. She married into one of them. Like, this is a thing.
You're stuck in the world now.
Decades.
Yeah, I ain't getting it.
Welcome to the
And
fucking
she's not a
circus.
leaver. She stays under any circumstances. She's not,
Jared Lee. If you're not sure what we're talking about, please rewind to the first half of the program.
it's pretty good.
That was amazing.
It's a fucking shit show. And that's only the top of it.
The top of
The
it?
depravity came, you know, like...
Oh, dude.
Save your eyes.
We're a fucking mess. Like,
I know.
we are a mess.
I'm having fun.
That's a good mess, though.
I have fun.
We have a blast, dude. Like,
And
it's
yeah.
my favorite fucking thing. It really is. Like, it's so fucking cool.
And who would have thought I would have been the third one in? I didn't think that was even going to be a thing, like, until I think the running joke was we need, like, a producer.
Yeah.
Well, Dave did ask for weeks. He's like, can someone
Oh, you
fucking do
did,
this?
Dave?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, can someone fucking do this for
I
me?
had no idea who. Believe me, I wasn't, like, picking names out of a hat or anything.
I was like, Tiffany's crazy. She'll do it. I think it's... So this thing in the next year or two could become a thing on its own.
Somewhere, somebody's going to hear it.
And that's exactly how I feel about the band situation. If you do enough stuff, something's gonna work, baby. That's just how it is. And all right, David Lee Roth taught me this. Are you ready? Fuck success. Fuck the money. Fuck anything. The journey getting there is the gig. So make sure when you rehearse for hours and hours and hours, and we all do, you don't hate the room you're rehearsing in. Make sure it's a comfortable environment. It's a little bit fun and you enjoy yourself. Because you have to prepare for months before you ever get on a stage. The stage is quick. It's like that first time you have sex, it's over. You don't know what really happened. It's nice, but you don't know. But the preparation, loading the gear, taking the bus, like it's a whole fucking thing. you gotta enjoy all that
I
shit.
love all of it.
I know.
Fucking
No, you don't. You don't load in at all. You show up fucking
maybe
right
not
before you
that-
play.
Yeah, but I'm a fucking rock star.
I like it. Do we have a quote?
No, because people are fucking lame.
There's no quote of the day.
That's okay.
Well, it could maybe one of my quotes about when I talked about
I'm sure you have plenty.
the grinder.
Somebody named SG on YouTube said that was a fantastic explanation and wow about the rock and roll stuff, I guess.
Oh, well, whoever that is,
That's
thank you.
G.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. I don't know who these people are. Carl's one of them. Rawa is somebody. I don't know who that is. I Love Everything. They wrote podcast, question mark.
It turns out this is a podcast.
See, I don't
yes,
see any of that.
Well, it's my YouTube channel, darling.
Oh, it's okay.
So, hey, that's awesome. And look,
It is what it is. It's what you do, man. This is it. You gotta like live it. You gotta like breathe it. You gotta have fun.
I do enjoy all the behind the scenes shit. It's a thing, man. It's just a thing. Like, I love playing live. I do. I fucking love every second of it because, you know, I'm an attention whore, just like you. And it's awesome. I like the job. It's so cool. But, like, dude, there's something about, like, you know when you bang on a new fucking song and it's just fucking banger and you love it?
Yes.
And you leave practice and your whole rest of your day is fucking just cool as shit.
I leave practice and the songs we just played are rattling in my head over and over and
Yeah.
over. And that's something. That means something.
Yeah. I did some really good shit.
Yes. And for you to think that it would rule you out to ever be successful, again, your song, if you record it and put it out, lives forever.
It does.
So that fucking no, we have a chance. I could be dead and there could be a hit. And that's
Van
fine.
Halen said it.
That's all there is, man. Keep playing. That's all there is. If you're not, I'm gonna come find you.
I'll be here forever. Just push play.
Did he say that or did they write that on him after he died?
I don't know, but I feel good about it, so I'm going to give it to him because it's Eddie and he deserves it. So, fuck it.
Man, that's sad, huh?
Yeah, well.
But mid-60s, how long do you want to be here? I don't know. And that motherfucker partied.
Eddie got it in. Eddie got it in.
Lost his
Big.
teeth, lost his wife. He is alright.
He did it big. Good for you, Eddie.
Changed the world of guitar forever. Literally invented things that are still in the guitars. No one ever dipped their pickups in wax before he invented it. And that makes them not rattle now in the system.
Yeah.
And he invented that. That's fucking
That's
awesome.
That's so cool. Eddie's pretty fucking cool. Do we have more comments?
Well, I have a comment. I'm trying to see what it is.
What's it say?
Someone said hi.
On your
Hi.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Hi.
Blondie Lily. Your favorite blonde lily. There you go.
Who's that?
I don't know these people. It's the YouTube. It's growing
So it's
exponentially.
your YouTube. Like, I can't see comments.
I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I just know that it's on the YouTube and there's comments.
I don't know how it works. I don't know any of this
Yeah, I'm an
works.
old man. You're lucky I'm here. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I couldn't make the cameras work correctly today
I
with
need
the
a nap.
sound.
No, but what I'm saying is, it says 3 are watching on YouTube, right? But I can't see, like, any of the comments.
But unfortunately, maybe because it's not your channel. That's all. You know what I mean?
It may be other people that we know that just have weird ass names on YouTube. I
That
know
would
I
be
do.
it, too.
I try to keep the flag consistent across. I'm not one of those people that like shit post or anything. I have nothing to hide.
No.
Did you ever watch Trailer Park Boys in the Arc of Your Life?
Rarely, but yes.
I love it so much.
Do you?
I watched it last night. It's so good. It's so dumb that I love it. It's
Well,
so
yeah.
good.
I'm into stupid shit. I'll probably.
Tiffany's into Bubbles, so she
I
gets it.
love Bubbles and Mr. Leahy.
Did you ever?
Did you
see-
know the redhead is his daughter?
No. I
In
didn't
real
know that.
life.
Oh, really?
That chick who got progressively fatter as the show went on, who was kind of hot in the beginning, she's she's Mr. Leahy's daughter.
I love Bubbles.
Good talk.
He's my spirit animal.
Did you ever see the
What?
the version of the Wellerman that the dudes with the Trailer Park Boys did? The Kitty Man.
No.
Bubbles sings the Kitty Man. You know the song The Wellerman?
Yes.
There once was a ship that. First off, sea shanties are a fucking guilty pleasure of mine.
Get the fuck
I
out.
fucking love them.
You're
Yeah.
Hamson Pete, Dancer for Nichols.
He's handsome Pete. He dances for nickel. A quarter. He'll be at it for hours. But no, like, dude, you want to learn harmonies, dude? Listen to some of that shit. Those fuckers are good.
Who inspires you for hooks? I have somebody who inspires me for hooks. Who inspires you for hooks?
Don't have one.
Weezer.
They write good hooks.
Man, those hooks.
They got good ones.
Whenever I'm hitting a wall, I listen to a Weezer record and I'm like, that's how they did it. Maybe I'll try something like that.
I don't ever do that.
I do. Because I hit a wall with my hook sometimes. Sometimes.
I just do what feels right.
Take a picture of that, Tiffany.
I'm going to.
Quote of the week goes to nobody.
Because we are pieces of shit and no one likes us.
It's true.
Then I did my stick figure with the middle finger. Hashtag fuck off.
So classy.
Fucking scumbaggery over here.
Oh, isn't Mike Collins on a huge trip somewhere?
They're back.
Was in Tennessee, wasn't he?
Yeah, they're in Nashville.
That's nice.
Mike and Smed and Jerry
Oh Lord.
went to fucking Nashville, and God knows that city will probably never be the same. Those three probably let loose in that fucker
That's
like
some
nobody's
fucking
business.
debauchery.
Mr. Lawler in Memphis, Tennessee.
Some Mr. Lawler from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm educated. I'm intelligent.
I'm from California.
Hollywood.
I gotta get the intergender title.
Dude.
We need a wrestling match in that room right there.
I mean, that's up to you, buddy. That's
Who's
all
wrestling?
you.
Well, we got to get some guy like Robot or something to like face off against some chicks for the intergender title.
Oh.
You're just like, ooh.
So Robot and a chick.
Yeah, well, intergender and intergender.
You can find somebody. You find everybody.
I'm surprised.
No, I have a list of 3 in my head right now that would totally do it. He might get his ass whooped by one of them though. So this girl I know was married to a Krav Maga, not a Krav Maga. What's that thing called?
Oh, the Krav Maga.
Ninjutsu, but that's not how you say it. Hey,
Jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
She's married to like a jiu-jitsu master for 15 years.
Yeah.
Yo, this chick fucks you. Like
Oh,
she,
They will fuck you up.
and she will fuck you up.
Yes.
Kirby could probably fuck him up.
No, Kirby.
You don't think so?
I
I
mean-
think she could.
She'd probably stab him.
Jiu-jitsu. That lady's dangerous. Low center of gravity.
Without a doubt, dude.
You
Oh.
don't fuck around with her.
No.
I mean, I don't even know, like, if between me and her, if we ever fought, I don't even know, like, who would win, because I think we both fight dirty.
Oh, no. Kirby beats all of us up.
Yeah.
I feel like she would incorporate a weapon first.
She's like,
Like, we
I could see her smashing the beer bottle and jamming it into your neck.
Yeah.
Definitely. Fucking Kirby. That's a thing.
It is a thing.
Angie said Memphis and Nashville are so not the same.
They're right around the corner from each other, though.
Nashville's really commercial now. Like Veronica Vaughn didn't tune in today because she's in. Are there mountains near there? Because she's in the mountains with her kids. That's what she told me.
I mean, when we went to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, that's all that's there is mountains.
So she's in the mountains on a vacation or some shit.
Yes.
So that's why she's not
The
watching today.
Appalachian Mountains, in fact.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Appalachia?
Isn't someone we know moving there this month?
No,
wouldn't.
not right away.
No. Now it's back on. It's back on. So moving has a court date in early November. Has to come back for. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
You heard about it too?
I have it, yeah.
I have been privy to none of this.
Well, when the show ends in a few moments, we'll tell you everything. So he's
I
moving
like drama.
the same date and coming back for the court date.
Bring the checkbook.
Probably. No, the way that they settle it though, like you have to pay them eventually. You have to pay them right there
Oh,
if you
okay.
lose.
Yeah, I didn't know how that wor't.
Yeah,
It's
like a
all
thing.
fucked up and bad.
but it's small claims court anyway. It's not even like a thing. What are you gonna do?
Laugh at it.
Tee hee hee.
Hee.
All right, real quick. We're gonna jam this one in real quick.
That's what she said.
Lab-grown meat has been linked to using cancer cells for super fast growth and exponential growing patterns.
Is anybody in this day and age even shocked by this?
I'm not.
That's
sure.
how off the rails this society has gone. That I'm not even in any way taken aback by this.
Do you remember
at
that
all.
we discussed on this very program the African American woman whose cancer cells they're using?
Yeah,
She's a thing.
it's a thing, dude.
She's dead,
and
but
they're
she's a
gonna
thing.
grow fucking meat out of cancer, and then they're gonna be like, "You should eat this." And no, fuck you.
What if it's good? What if the secret is we could just eat cancer and live forever? That'd be amazing.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Cancer!
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
Thank you, sir. I knew we could do that.
That's a thing. Cancer.
I think that's a good place of any to end.
I don't think you're gonna get better than that.
We're not top of that ending.
Show good today. Really good.
We ended on cancer cells.
We had some intelligent conversations for 2 hours and 59 minutes, and then cancer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode number 208 of the Vex on Vex podcast. Morning radio, episode 40.
40!
So 12 weeks away from a year of morning radio.
Woo-wee.
Yeah. Tiffany, thank you for your time. Dave, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure.
The Vex on Vex podcast is available on the Podbean application on your phone under the Loud and Loaded network. And remember, kids, tomorrow night, a new legacy, Embers Remains, and Starscream live at the Oddity Bar. It will be, October the 14th. This show kicks off at 9 p.m. Anything else,
Come
Dave?
out and have a drink with us. At
Stay-
least me.
Stay frosty.